performance fuels at the pump. Our well-stocked stores carry a wide variety of products and non-detained factors.
Good evening and welcome to the America First Event Center. The Thunderbirds tonight looking to keep the winning going. They've won one in a row, but more importantly, 4-6 now in the WAC, and in a position where if they can continue to get these wins coming, they could put themselves in a very good spot heading into WAC Vegas coming up in just a few weeks, well, maybe a little more than a month from now. Ryan Steinekert here with Preston Ferry. And Preston, the Thunderbirds turned a corner a couple of weeks ago, and it was up against the very team that they will take on tonight. They won in overtime, 106-105 back on January 15th against Tarleton State, and since then they've looked like a different team.
They really have. They still have a few struggles and a few quirks to work out. They're the only team in the WAC that doesn't have 10 wins this season. So you look at that on paper and you're like, wow, this team's not very good. But you're exactly right. They turned that corner in your soul on that red dirt road. They're a whole new team. Coach Jeter's talked a lot about how this team's kind of found its identity a little bit. Jaden Farrell, Elijah Duvall have really come on strong and have been the go-to guys, the leaders of this team. And they're playing super solid, and I expect them to have a big win tonight.
Thunderbirds tonight hosting Tarleton State, and Tarleton State will be without 3 of their big guns tonight. Some injuries and some other reasons that players not on this trip.
Yeah, and without a head coach, well, their main head coach. I mean, this is a team that hasn't won since my birthday, January 3rd. They've been on just a cold spell, 0-6 with Coach Cyprin. This is a team that's struggling right now and didn't bring a lot of their best players tonight. Thunderbirds have everybody healthy and rocking and rolling. This could be a runaway game, Ryan, if somebody on Tarleton doesn't find a way to get some buckets.
Billy Gillespie in his 6th season as the head coach, but he's been out with some health issues since just prior to the game that Tarleton State played here, and so their acting head coach is Glenn Cyprian, and he's 0-6. It's been a rough start, and a big part of that is some injuries, especially with Dior Johnson, who has officially what is called an undisclosed lower body injury.
That raises some question marks. But, I mean, no Leroy Kelly, no Impaka, who was huge in the game last time against the Thunderbirds, ended up fouling out in overtime, and no Dior Johnson, who, as it sits, is per game the leading scorer in the country. Now, I looked at the NCAA stats the other day. They've taken him off.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but my boy A.J. DeBonce is number 1, so rock with that.
You like that, I'm sure, as does any other BYU fan. And probably the most likely situation is with Johnson maybe hasn't competed in enough games at this point. I think he's played 16 games officially, and so at that point the NCAA says, well, he hasn't played in enough games to be officially on the stats. But that'll be interesting to see what Tarleton State does without him. They've lost 7 in a row. They went 2-1 to start WAC play, but since then 0-7. So an overall 2-8 record in the WAC, and they're all the way down to 11-12 overall this season. And I was talking with their play-by-play guy. He said, "Man, we got to get out of this skid. We just need to get on the other side of this slump and move on because it's messing with the team's confidence a bit."
I mean, I can imagine so. This is, like you said, the 7-game losing streak. 0-6 with a new head coach. Well, not a new head coach, but a new guy taking the reins in the last part of the season here. This is a team where they were number 1 in the country in bench points and still are, but now all those bench guys have moved into starting roles due to the injuries that this team has accrued. So, the bench is going to be really effective because that's where this team really relies on. I mean, Dior Johnson was coming off the bench despite being the number 1 scorer in the country, and that's going to hurt this team. They used to be a team that was 8-9 deep. Now they're going to go back to a team that's about 5, just the starters. So we'll see what happens going forward tonight.
In addition to that, struggling with not getting as many bench points, we're still first in the nation. The Tarleton State is in forced turnovers, and the Thunderbirds will have to be good against that tonight. Take care of the ball.
They absolutely do. Elijah Duvall is the only game he didn't have a turnover was against this team. we'll see if he can repeat tonight, but you need a big step up from the guy that leads the WAC in turnovers.
Tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Kabuto Sushi and Ramen Bar. Stop in before or after the game for fresh sushi, savory ramen, and unbeatable student specials Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Kabuto, proud to fuel SUU game day. We've got your Thunder 91 keys coming up in a few moments, but first let's talk about the last games each of these teams had. The Thunderbirds win at Abilene Christian, their first road win and first road win in the WAC this season, 79-76. They got that victory. Yeah,
they've played really well in their last 5 games. They've 3-2. That was a big game for them against UT Arlington. They struggled quite a bit. The Utah Tech game was another one where they struggled mightily, trying to get some points going there. And when you give up 100 points, 80 points to teams, it's really hard to win. I mean, this is a team that has statistically the worst defense in the WAC, and it's shown in those last couple of games, but they're starting to find a way to reduce the scoring of the opponents and really find their scores. Tanner Hayers is one of those guys that stepped up big. Dylan Jones has stepped up a lot. Everybody already knows about Elijah Duvall and Jaden Farrow and how well they score the rock. Isaiah Cottrell has also become a much more efficient scorer, so this team is slowly finding its way in its path, and they're showing it on the scoreboard.
Thunderbirds, when they allow teams about 70 or less, they win most of their games. In fact, in wins, they're allowing opponents to score just 70 points. So they've got to be better on defense. I should say they've got to be more consistent because, like you mentioned, allow Utah Tech 102, 80 points at UT Arlington. But then when they hold teams like UVU to 70, they win by 14, which they did back on January 21st here at the America First Event Center. Tarleton State, I mentioned, they're on a 7-game losing streak, and their most recent loss, they hung with California Baptist, but lost by 56-55.
Hey, California Baptist is an interesting one because SUU, that's one of their best defensive performances, and that's the top team again with UVU in the Western Athletic Conference, and they had a 3-point loss? Yeah, 3-point loss to California Baptist. Both these teams play really good. It's like they play to the level of competition they have. Against Utah Tech, the Thunderbirds were scoring crazy efficient, as were the Trailblazers, but they need to play their own brand of defense and not just play to the level that they're competing against.
Tarleton State in that game at California Baptist went 0 for 9 from 3-point range, and they were out-rebounded 26-23. California Baptist had 26 rebounds in the game, 20 on the offensive glass. So they crushed the offensive glass, cleaned it up, but spotless, and won that game by just a single point. And again, Tarleton State without Dior Johnson, they struggle to score. They just are not as prolific offensively.
Yeah, there's one options, there's 2 options. What I mean by that is there's guys on your team that are everybody, it's not like said really, but you know that's the guy. Like when it comes down 2 minutes left, there's one guy you know who has the ball in his hands. It's just a given. Every team has it. But you don't have that option right now. In fact, some of your top maybe 3 options are kind of absent as of late, and other guys have had to step up. One of those guys that stepped up and he started that big step up against SUU is Cam McDowell. 24 points off the bench. He started 5 in his last 5 games, 9 straight 10-plus point games, and 14 of his last 15. He's had 10-plus points, and he's averaged 17 as a starter. He's a guy that's really stepped up off the bench like Dior was, and he's kind of been that offensive lifeline that Tarleton desperately needs.
McDowell will likely be a starter tonight with Dior Johnson not on the trip, along with Chris Mpaka and Leroy Kelly IV. Those 3 combined for almost 40 points a game. So Tarleton State's got to find either a different level of defense or some other guys to step up offensively. And McDowell has certainly been one of those guys. Last time these teams played, he had a very good day, 24 points against the Thunderbirds.
He absolutely did, and it's hard defensively to know against this Tarleton team when they have all their pieces who to really cue in on. Everybody knows Dior Johnson. You got to cue in on him. He gets those big-time buckets. With him gone, it leaves really not a lot of avenues for other guys to score the ball. So defensively, the Thunderbirds should have a great advantage here because they know the points aren't going to come from 8 different guys. It's really going to come come from 2 or 3 with just the lack of offensive production that they're losing from having those guys not travel with them.
Let's talk about the Thunderbirds a little bit more, and Jaden Farrell, the way he's been playing lately. A number of guys have stepped up, and Coach Rob Jeter of SUU feels like Farrell's playing better, but because everybody else is playing better, he's been able to elevate his game. But 17 points, almost 8.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists on average over the last 9 games. He's shooting 61% from field goal from the floor and 50% from three-point range.
He's just an efficient bucket getter, and he's not one of these loud, like, boisterous guys. He's very much just a guy who goes and gets a bucket when you need him to. He's just that silent but deadly leader. He's played really well, and him and Elijah Duvall are back-to-back the WAC newcomers of the week for their performance. Now, they've been playing incredibly well, and they've been playing well together, and I think that's the biggest thing. Coach Jeter's talked a lot about how this team is starting to find rhythm within itself and become one as a whole unit, and I think that's so beneficial. You mentioned that he's playing a lot better because the team is playing better, and I think when the team plays good, everybody is playing better, and that's just a huge benefit.
This is Thunderbird basketball. We've got more of your pregame show coming up, including the keys to the game, brought to you by Thunder 91. We'll also have an interview with Coach Rob Jeter when we return on the Cabuto pregame show. And Thunder 91 brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
Bullock strives to be the very best in serving you in Cedar City, offering fashion, decor, and kids items, as well as a fun old-fashioned soda fountain and pharmacy. We are a place where you can come enjoy unique shopping, a fun atmosphere, and quality service from all of our 4 stores on Main Street. Bring the family, grab a treat, and find that perfect gift. Enjoy your shopping experience with us. Bullock's, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
Cabuto's, St. George's #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Cabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
Welcome back to the America First Event Center and today's pregame show brought to you by Cabuto Sushi and Ramen Bar. Time for your keys of the game, brought to you by Thunder 91, SUU student-run commercial-free radio station. More music, more variety, more SUU. And Preston, keys of the game. There's some pretty obvious ones I think we'll go with. What do you got?
Yeah, let's jump right into it. Number 1, they got to limit turnovers. This is a team that's averaging 14, 15 turnovers a game, and this is a Tarleton team that forces an absurd amount of turnovers. They got to limit that, and it starts with the man running the point. Elijah Duvall has got to be better. He's got to control the pace of play and turn the ball over less than 4 times. He averages 4 turnovers a game, leads the WAC in turnovers. That's not good. He's got to limit turnovers.
He had no turnovers in the game the last time these teams met, and that, I guarantee that was a part of an overtime victory by 1 point. And also of note, Tarleton State is tied for 4th 14th in the nation at a +4 turnover margin, and they force more turnovers than anybody else in the country.
They're very good defensively. They have active hands. They steal the ball at a crazy clip. 7 steals a game and 4 blocks. Like that's a lot of turnovers, and that's just on. That's not even the other team giving bad passes and lobs. I mean, that's 13 turnovers right there of them just being active defensively. So, yeah, a great defensive team.
And that's the steals number is 2nd in the nation, 1st in the WAC. All right, key number 2.
Number 2, they got to keep them under 80 points. This should be easy to do tonight without 3 key players, but this is the worst defense in the WAC. It's the 2nd best offense in the WAC and the worst defense in the WAC. How is that possible? I don't know, and they're still not the worst team in the WAC. Thunderbirds have got to keep them under 80 points. With this defense has got to show that they can stand up and beat anybody in the WAC. They beat Utah Valley. They beat Tarleton. They got to show a more consistent effort.
A more consistent effort. They held Abilene Christian to 52, then UVU to 70, and then gave up 102 to Utah Tech. Got to find that consistency. Key number 3.
They got to get the offense rolling early. They've got to get the shooters active. They got to get those download, spin around jump hooks that Cottrell and Farrell love so much, and they need to have a 10-point lead by the half. They need to.
Tarleton State is 2-9 this season when they trail at the half. They're 9-3 when they lead at the half, so that'll be big for Southern Utah. Those are your keys of the game, brought to you by Thunder 91, SUU's student-run, commercial-free radio station at 91.1 FM. We welcome you tuned in tonight, and we've got more of your pregame show coming up. We'll hear from Coach Rob Jeter when we return from Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
Bullock strives to be the very best in serving you in Cedar City, offering fashion, decor, and kids items, as well as a fun old-fashioned soda fountain and pharmacy. We are a place where you can come enjoy unique shopping, a fun atmosphere, and quality service from all of our 4 stores on Main Street. Bring the family, grab a treat, and find that perfect gift. Enjoy your shopping experience with us. Bullock's, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
Kabuto's, St. George #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Kabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
Welcome, Thunderbird Nation. Spencer McLaughlin, joined, of course, by head men's basketball coach Rob Jeter. So you guys went down to Utah Tech after the win streak. Tough place to play. Scored 91 points. Didn't quite have it at the defensive end. Then you go on the road and take a loss to Arlington. But let's dive into that game last time out against Abilene Christian. What did you like about your team's effort in that one?
Well, what I liked the most was that we didn't play our best game. Like the first half was, it wasn't very good. It was a lot of turnovers, a lot of scoring for the other team. We didn't defend quite well, and then we didn't play well. But at the end of 20 minutes, we were only down 6 points. So I think the best thing to take away from that game was that we didn't have to play our best game to find a way to win, and that's what we did. We found a way to win, and I've been saying this for the last couple of days, at least to my staff. It's like this team plays at their pace. And I'm trying to get them to play at a different pace. You know, let's get it right now. Let's do this right now. And at least what they're starting to show is that they have a rhythm and pace to them. And as long as I can stay patient and the staff can stay patient and we don't run out of time, we can win the game.
Yeah.
A couple more minutes, that's it.
We mentioned Jaden Farrow and how well he's been playing offensively, got a weekly award from the WAC for how he performed recently, and he was 8 of 8 from the field in that win over Abilene Christian, which is the only guy that was more efficient than Elijah Duvall.
I didn't even notice that. That's what I'm saying as a coach. And I'm looking at all these other things, and I'm looking at the stat sheet, and I don't see 8 for 8. I saw 21 turnovers. That's what I saw. You know, so again, that proves that point. Like, these guys, they're young men, and sometimes we got to take a deep breath. And just like him, when he goes back and he sees, okay, I can see why coach is on him. Sometimes I go back to film and I can see, well, man, maybe I should not have said a few things. But at the end of the day, as long as they know we care about each other, I think it all works out.
Yeah, Elijah Duvall, though, big buckets down the stretch in this Abilene Christian game. You mentioned the youth, nobody younger than the true freshman, but boy, he doesn't look like he's playing as one right now.
Yeah, getting downhill, that last shot where he stepped through and it looked like a rainbow. It looked like it was in the air for 2 seconds, 3 seconds in the air, just kind of hung up there. But just he has an attacking mentality. He's doing a much better job of passing the ball. As long as we can maybe take 1 or 2 turnovers off the board, we know he's a better player. But I think not only was Ja his bucket, I think Kale's and one was big. Of course, the 4-point play that we had, and I think Kai's tip back for an extra shot. I mean, there was a lot of plays from guys that you didn't expect, but you do expect Ja to kind of get downhill and make something happen.
Coach, it wasn't your team's first win away from Cedar City. It was the first true road victory for your squad this year. How big of a breakthrough is that for your team going forward?
Yeah, huge breakthrough, especially at this time of the season. This is when you really want to win those road games, when they count the most towards standings and positioning for conference tournaments. So it was a huge breakthrough for us.
Second time, right, playing Tarleton this year, and then you'll give them a trip to Stephenville later in the conference calendar. What stands out about this Texans team?
They had one kid that scored 40. They had another that had 20-something. So it starts with those 2 players. I think the way they defend and really jump out on ball screens and make it difficult for you to move the ball from side to side is another factor. It's just going to be a pressure-filled game, and we have to make sure that we limit our turnovers. We have to do that, and we have to make sure that we're ready for the physicality.
Last time, of course, a lot of points, overtime added to that for sure. You always say the biggest key every week is defense. Dior Johnson is statistically, I think he's still the best scorer in all of college basketball right now, but he's the leader in the WAC, and it's just been exceptional. And I mean, he's just so explosive and dynamic when you're going against a guy like that. How do you try and game plan defensively for him?
Got to hope he misses some of them, I guess, and when he does, get the rebound, because it doesn't matter what you do. He's going to come downhill, so he's going to put pressure on you, and he's going to add the officials. It's going to make them part of the game, and so far this season, the officials have allowed him to do certain things, or he's put himself in position to do that, and then he's getting extra shots from the free throw line. So, boy, if we can get him just to miss a few of them, try to get him out of rhythm, I think that's going to be one of our goals. But if we can limit them for offensive rebounds, that's going to be the key, one of the big keys.
For head coach Rob Jeter, I'm Spencer McLaughlin.
Big thank you, Spencer McLaughlin and Coach Rob Jeter, for the interview there. Interesting note, Coach Rob Jeter feels the same as you do on one of the keys of the game, limit turnovers. Thunderbirds got to take care of the ball tonight.
Yeah, he said he'd like to have Duvall cut his turnovers in half from 4 to 2. I think that would be crazy helpful. I'd love to see a 0, but I'm also realistic. It's hard to do at the D1 level.
Said the Thunderbirds didn't play their best game, but still found a way to win at Abilene Christian in their last outing. They've had some time off, gotten to rest a bit, and we'll see if they come out refreshed and ready to roll. Like you said, they can get off to a good start.
Yeah, and at home, they've been incredibly good. They're efficient at home. They've set some records this year. And this team is comfortable playing at home despite not be packing the stadiums every night. This is a very efficient team and a real show to watch if you choose to come into the AFEC and be treated to this Thunderbirds offense.
That's a good note. Southern Utah 6-2 at home this season, just 1-13 on the road, 1-0 on a neutral court. So they do like being at home. They've been a better team at home. Clark and Linford Jewelers has been a part of downtown Cedar City since the 1970s, and our commitment to you remains the same. Quality jewelry, quality pricing, great customer service. Clark and Linford Jewelers in Cedar City, still your hometown jeweler. Clark and Linford, where SUU gets engaged. This is the Caboodle pregame show. Ryan Steinekert here with Preston Ferry. Tarleton State just came out of the locker room. Is that something to worry about as far as maybe a little less time to really warm up and get set to go?
They must have been doing some sort of, maybe some pregame hype in the locker room. I'm not sure, but yeah, coming out to warm up with 2 minutes to go after you've been sitting down for the last 15, 20 minutes, that might play a factor in starting to go. You just saw Elijah Duvall just tried to do a between the legs dunk. They're fired up already. I think you should come out a little bit earlier. This is a D1 team. They should be all right, but I would have come out earlier.
Thunderbirds hosting Tarleton State tonight in the America First Event Center. And again, this is the Caboodle pregame show. Last time these teams met was one of the more exciting college basketball games I've seen. The Thunderbirds with a 106-105 win in overtime. That was Coach Rob Jeter's 250th career win, and it came in a big, exciting way.
It was, and one of the key things of that was Dior Johnson's one of his fourth 40-point game on the season at that point. That was absurd. And Duvall had a great game. Farrell had a great game. I remember Dylan Jones hit 3 early threes and then didn't score the rest of the game. It was just a really crazy game. Impaka fouled out in overtime. He was huge. There was some technicals thrown everywhere. It was a wild game and fun to be a part of. Hoping for another fun one tonight in the America First Event Center. We'll take one more time out, and we'll be back with your opening tip and your starting lineups when we return on Thunder 91 from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, brought to you by Ben Wagner and presented by Intermountain Health.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends, make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In has served Cedar City and our visitors for more than 45 years. With a diverse menu and affordable prices, Hermes hopes you'll come back again and again for their burgers, Navajo tacos, fries, house-made fry sauce, and more. Located just north of the City Park on Main Street, Hermes also offers shakes, soft drinks, and a weekly special. All roads lead to Hermes Drive-In, a proud sponsor of our local youth activities and athletes.
This is Adam from Levitt Group Insurance. Thank you, SUU, for allowing us to be a part of this great community. We are honored to be your exclusive insurance sponsors and wish all our athletes the best this year. Levitt Group Insurance, proudly representing Auto Owners Insurance, will provide you with great rates for all your insurance needs. For more information or to get a quote, please visit us at levitt.com/SUU. From all of us at Levitt Group Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance, thanks for the opportunity to serve you.
Since 1956, Les Olson IT has been behind the scenes, powering the people and businesses that make Utah thrive. 10 years ago, we expanded into IT and became Utah's trusted managed service provider, rooted in reliability, powered by innovation. Les Olson IT, celebrating 10 years of keeping Utah connected. Les Olson IT, providing solutions that empower your business.
Les Olson IT.
Welcome back to the Caboodle pregame show. Hungry for a deal? Head to Cafe Sabor in Cedar City and grab their Thursday special, a smothered burrito with a drink for just $8. Daily deals all week long at Cafe Sabor. They've got also delicious food and friendly service. Cafe Sabor, located right here in Cedar City. Stop by today at Cafe Sabor. Southern Utah hosting Tarleton State tonight. A rematch from just a couple weeks ago. Southern Utah earned a win in overtime, 106-105. Starters for the Tarleton State Texans. Number 0, a 6'1 sophomore guard from Plano, Texas. Jordan Mazzell averages 4 points a game. Number 6 is a 6'4 junior from Christchurch, New Zealand. Kaya Isaac scores 5.5 per game. Number 24 is a 6'7 senior from Orlando, Florida at 3.5 points per game, O'Cypher Owens. Leading scorer for this team as far as tonight's game goes, Cam McDowell averages 14 per night. He's a 6'5 senior from Griffin, Georgia, wearing number 55. And finally, a 6'9 redshirt freshman from Orleans, France, Andy Sigiscar, averages 6.5 points, 2 and 3 rebounds per night. And again, this Tarleton State team without their leading scorer, Dior Johnson, with an undisclosed, quote-unquote, undisclosed lower body injury. And also without Chris Mpaka, who averages 8 points a game and leads the team in blocks. And Leroy Kelly Jr., or Leroy Kelly the fourth, a freshman who's started every game this year prior to these last couple, and he's not here tonight as well.
Guy that's top in the nation in steals as well.
Thunderbirds starters are 6'11 senior number 0 Isaiah Cottrell, who's been on a tear in his last 5, averaging 11 points and almost 7 rebounds. Number 1 Elijah Duvall, a 6'3 freshman from Wilmington, Delaware, who has scored in double figures in 15 games and had a monster game 2 games ago. Was that 3 games ago against Utah Tech? Scored 28. And Tanner Hayhurst, a 6'6 junior from Eagle, Idaho. Hayhurst averages 10 points a game and shoots 45% from three-point range. Number 20, a 6'6 senior from Saratoga Springs, Utah, Dylan Jones at 10 points per game. And number 35, Jaden Farrow, leads the team in points, rebounds, offensive rebounds, blocks, field goal percentage, free throw percentage, and minutes. A 6'9 senior from Draper, Utah.
He's all right.
He's doing okay. Farrow, a transfer from Holy Cross and then Green River Community College, or Green River College, where he averaged 13 points a game. And well, he's stepped up his game from days at Green River College and then Holy Cross, and here at Southern Utah at 14 points per game.
One thing I'll throw out there, Chris Mpaka, not here tonight, was the only starter last time out to score 10 points against this team, but really their identity wasn't that. The last time these two teams played, 40 bench points. He wasn't a part of that. They had a lot of points off the bench. Now Cam McDowell was a big part of that, 27 last game in that starting role.
Andy Sigiscar for the tip against Isaiah Cottrell. That's 6'9 Sigiscar, and Cottrell at 6'11". Thunderbirds in the home whites, Tarleton in the road purple, white numerals. That's it. Purple and white are the only colors on those uniforms. And waiting for a third official. There's 2 out there hanging out. Everybody's standing around. But no, what are they waiting on? Official, probably ESPN, to say, okay, it is exactly time to start now. Crowd's starting to make some noise. Bunch of fans have filtered in. A little student section over there wearing pink tonight on the west end of the America First Event Center. And here's the tip. We're underway. Cottrell wins it. Hayhurst barely saves it, keeps it in bounds, and the Thunderbirds start with possession. Just underway tonight. Thunderbirds looking for a backdoor lob. Cottrell goes up and under the hoop to get it. Shot blocked, but Duvall is there for the quick putback, and SUU leads 2-0.
I thought Cottrell would go up for that, but I think he was just a little too far away.
So SUU on top, 19.5 left first half. Mazzell dribbles to his left, out on the left wing, and the pass inside booted by Duvall. Tonight's tip-off was brought to you by Savage Services, the official transport and logistics partner of Southern Utah Athletics. From heavy haul to specialized transport, Savage can move anything, anytime, anywhere. Start your logistics with Savage, and thank you to Savage Services for supporting Thunderbird basketball.
That's Savage.
Thunderbirds on defense. Tarleton inbounds. Isaac on the left wing. The New Zealander passes off to Mazzell. Left corner. McDowell. Down to 7, 6 on the shot clock. Sigisgar moves in the lane, stops, pivots around, and up with the right hand and in. Tied at 2. 19 minutes left first half. Thunderbirds and Tarleton State. Farrow sets a big screen. Duval bounce pass inside. Cottrell with the one-handed jam.
Tell you what, Ryan, that was a gold medal move.
Beautiful pass from Duval, and an early candidate for our Pioneer Floor play of the game. Isaac, top of the key to Sigisgar. Tarleton works it around the arc. They're attacking right to left from our view in this first half. McDowell can't find space against Farrow. Dishes outside. Duval strips it away from Mazzell. Pushes out in front. It's a 3-on-2. Duval dishes off. Jones just misses left side. Off the window a little too strong. Tarleton State's rebound. McDowell trying to find space. Gets his pocket picked by Farrow, but able to get it back as it was tapped back behind him. Owens on the right wing. Hands off to Kelly. 4-2, Thunderbirds lead. Kelly dribbles left, follows a screen all the way down to the left baseline. 6-5, passes inside, almost poked away. Then it is poked away on a second pass across the middle. Thunderbirds force the turnover.
Some bad passing from the Texans early.
Quickly up to Jones on the left wing. Nothing developed, so he kicks it back outside, and Duval gives to Cottrell. Looking for Hayhurst, right wing, wanted the 3, but McDowell there on the defense. Instead to Duval, then back to Hayhurst, right corner, just short on the 3-pointer. And McDowell the rebound. No, that's Owens on the rebound for Tarleton State. Inside Mazzell, forces it up, acrobatic shot, does not get it to go, too strong off the window. Farrow rips down the Thunderbird rebound. Farrow keeps it himself across the timeline to the left wing. Pass for Hayhurst, poked away out of bounds by McDowell, and Thunderbird basketball right in front of the Texans bench. 17-15 left first half. Thunderbirds up 4-2 in the early going. Cottrell gives to Jones, and he drives free throw line, then dishes off to Cottrell. Double team, moves around, pivots to his right, up with the left-handed skyhook, too strong off the glass. Tarleton State the rebound, and to the other end, hanging and floating through the air, McDowell lays it in.
Repositioned in midair. He looked like he was just hovering. That was pretty.
Ties the score at 4. This Tarleton State team averages 77 points a game. They allow 73.5, but they're under 500, 11-12 overall. Hayhurst inside, draws in the defense, dishes out to Duval, left wing triple, too strong. Offensive board, Cottrell to a cutting Farrow, easy lay-in.
That big-to-big connection has been probably the biggest driving force for the offense these last couple of games for the Thunderbirds.
SUU back on top, 6-4. McDowell tries his hand from the right wing. Triple is short, rebound Cottrell. Thunderbirds had the box out perfect there. No chance for any Texans to get the rebound. Farrow up top of the key for 3, back iron, and no. Thunderbirds have started 0 for 3 from three-point range. Quickly up ahead and blocked by Farrow. Owens tried to go up to the jam, and Farrow stuffs it back the other end. Hayhurst for 3, rims out. Farrow follows with the lay-in, and SUU leads 8-4.
He's possessed out there.
Farrow the block, and then the bucket on the other end. Puts SUU up 8-4. McDowell, free throw line, lobs inside for Sigisgar, and the dunk on the alley-oop. Quiets the crowd. It's one way to do it right there, Preston.
I think Jaden Farrell's going to come back with something a little shake and bake action here.
He turns toward the hoop and then dishes out across to Duval. Fakes the 3, drives in, 5-foot floater left angle. Missed it, got his own rebound, and goes up against the D, draws the foul. 15:09 left first half. Thunderbirds up by a pair, 8-6, as we take our intermediate timeout on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
What can you find at Mountain Lighting? A great selection of light fixtures and ceiling fans from top names in lighting like Visual Comfort, Savoy House, Kichler, and many more. And with our price match guarantee, you can rest assured you'll not only find great quality, but great value as well. Looking for home decor items and accessories? Yeah, we've got all that. From furniture to wall decor, including paintings, mirrors, clocks. We've got pillows and other unique home decor items. So come to Mountain Lighting for all your lighting and home decor needs.
8-6 Thunderbirds on top. They haven't hit from downtown, but Jaden Farrell with 4 early points, and SUU's offense has got them with a lead.
Yeah, the offense, they've missed their shots, but I like the shots they're taking. A corner 3 from Hayhurst, he usually doesn't miss those. I think you keep feeding him the rock there. Those little turnaround jumpers from inside from Farrell and Cottrell have been really consistent for him. They've missed a couple, but I think you keep going back to the well. Don't change anything. Keep it going. They're going to fall.
SUU comes into the game last in the WAC in offensive rebounds at 10 per game, already 4 tonight, and that's a big part of they've attempted double the shots that Tarleton State has. Duval hits the rattles in the first free throw, and SUU leads by 3.
Think he has PTSD from free throws against this team on this court?
On that end, he went 0 for 6 the last time these teams played until the very last moment of overtime, and he hit 3 of 4 to help SUU win.
He also had the pink shoes. Now he switched back to the silver.
Different shoes, huh? 10-6, Thunderbirds up. Duval hit both free throws. 15 minutes left first half. Tarleton out on the left wing. McDowell. Thunderbirds switch defensively. Duval comes in to help. Thomas gets the pass right side. Too strong off the window. And Cottrell with a strong board for SUU. Quickly to Duval. Hayhurst, right wing 3. Looks good, and it is. Nothing but net. There we go. Hayhurst hits the first triple of the night for the Thunderbirds. 13-6. SUU has pushed its lead out to 7. McDowell, no, Mazzell looking for space, kicks it back out to McDowell. Jabs, then step back, and he hits the triple. 13-9, back to a 4-point Thunderbird lead.
Every starter for the Thunderbirds has scored minus Dylan Jones.
It was a 5-0 Thunderbird run. Duval gets into the lane, misses the shot. Cottrell gets the rebound. It's knocked away from him. Looked like it went off his shin from where I'm sitting, but they'll give it back to the Thunderbirds. Thunderbird fans, want a great haircut at a great price? Well, at any SUU game, keep an eye out for ways to score a cut for just $10.99 at Great Clips. Great Clips has locations all across Utah, including 2 here in Cedar City to serve you better. Great Clips, it's going to be great. Duval to inbound and lobs up high to Jones. 20 on the shot clock. Farrow jabs left, dribbles right, spins right, then spins back left, and then right again. Skyhook from the right baseline, a bit long, and Tarleton the rebound. DJ Dormu dribbles through the lane. The 5'9 sophomore can't find any room and kicks it back out to McDowell. Dribbles in, backs to the free throw line, kicks it off to Douglas, who finds some room down right side and floats it up with the right hand. The 6-foot junior gets his first points. 13-11, Thunderbirds up 2. 5-0 Tarleton State run, and Duval gets a Tarleton State player moving, and he runs into Jaden Farrell, who's called for an offensive foul on the screen.
Yeah, he had jumped in the air, and Farrell just set a solid screen and just in the air knocked him down. I don't think that was anything intentional. But
Farrell just still wasn't ready to, he wasn't in the spot he needed to be to set the screen, and moved at the wrong time. 13-11, Tarleton can tie or take the lead here. First half, 13-19 left. Thunderbirds up 13-11. Dormu dribbles out to the right wing, up top to McDowell. Rock Lee defending. He just checked in, as did Lorenzo Abelar. Douglas, a lot of dribbling between the legs, looking for space, doesn't find much, then does get a little, floats it up right hand, air ball short. Farrell the rebound.
Not an air ball, just a pass to Farrell.
A pass, and okay, a turnover then. We'll give it to him. Rock Lee down to the right baseline, kicks it back out to Cottrell, right angle, backs into the lane, and skyhook right hand, no. Thunderbirds missing from inside, struggling to find the bottom of the net. Tarleton the rebound. McDowell at the top of the key. Jones defending. SUU nursing a 2-point lead. 12:30 left in the first half. McDowell tries to back in, then kicks it outside on a travel. Cam Thomas shuffled to his left, then dribbled as he put the ball on the floor, traveled. Tarleton that's a third turnover, but again, a big difference tonight. Thunderbirds with 5 offensive rebounds already. Farrow gives to Cottrell at the top of the key. Matthias Vrabel defending, and dish off to Lee. Misses off the back iron on the 3, but Abelard hustles for the rebound out at the logo. A whistle, and did the shot clock not reset to 20? Officials call it dead, and they'll set the shot clock at 20 with 12:09 left in the first half.
Thunderbirds are 0 for their last 4, which, I mean, they're taking good shots. Yeah. It's not like they're just throwing up prayers. These are good looks that just aren't falling.
They led 13-6, but they're on a 2.5 minute scoring drought. Farrow, Cottrell, Abelard, Lee, and Jones on the floor.
They've got more offensive rebounds than defensive right now. That's a great stat to have.
6 offensive boards, 5 on the defensive glass. Cottrell hands to Abelard. Shot clock already down to 10. He lost control of it, but then picks it back up. Lobs into Cottrell with 5-4, spins back in the middle. The pass for Farrow. It's picked off and taken away by Cam Thomas. Tarleton up to their offensive end. Douglas dishes off to Dormu, pulls up left angle and drills it. Ties the score at 13. About a 15-footer from Dormu.
This is the team that shoots really well against the Thunderbirds in the AFEC, nearly 50%.
They're a 45% shooting team overall this season. Jones in the left corner, kicks it back out to Abelard. Tarleton State in a man-to-man defense. Abelard dishes to Lee down on the right baseline, tries to get through some traffic and does. Scoops it up, hits the bottom side of the backboard. Tarleton with the ball. Dormu up to the left wing to a cutter is Cam Thomas. He misses badly. Thunderbirds save the rebound. No, Cottrell stepped on the baseline, and that'll take us to the under 12 media timeout. A little hectic there from both teams. We're tied at 13 with 11:09 left in the first half. On Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
When you're ready to sell your home, doesn't it make sense to hire a seasoned professional? I'm Jennifer Davis from ERA Realty Center. With my 25 years of experience, I can see around the corner for problems or opportunities that a less experienced agent may miss. And my extensive list of buyers will mean a shorter time on the market and more dollars for you at closing. For a free consultation, call me at 586-9775 or go to buyincedar.com. I'm Jennifer Davis. Put my experience to work for you.
Just like your favorite team brings the action, Pioneer Floor Coverings brings it home. With winning floors for every style and budget, we've got the game changers. Carpet for comfort, LVP for durability, hardwood for that all-star look. Locally owned and trusted across southern Utah, Pioneer Floor Coverings delivers championship service at unbeatable prices. Swing by our showrooms in Cedar City or St. George, or score big now at pioneerfloor.com. Pioneer Floor Coverings, bring home the win!
Tied at 13, Tarleton State on a 7-0 run. Thunderbirds had a 7-point lead, but they've hit just one of their last 7 field goals. They're struggling from the floor, Preston.
28%. That's just not a good number to see, but it's not like they're taking bad shots. I think they just need to keep it going. They're going to fall eventually. They're getting good looks inside. They've had some unrealistic misses from Cottrell and Farrow, it feels like, but dude, they got to just keep shooting. They're going to be all right.
Inbound to Vrabel. Tarleton State with it. Across the top of the key, left wing to Dormu. Thunderbirds man-to-man defense. Abelard tries to stay in front of Dormu, gets a screen, pulls up and swishes the 3, and Tarleton has its first lead of the night, 16-13, 10:55 left in the first half. Abelard across the timeline, dribbles right, then back to the middle. Sees some space, pulls up on Dormu and answers with his 2 of his own from the right elbow. 15-16, Thunderbirds down 1. SUU switching defensively out high. Dormu dribbles right, has Burdick defending, shoots and misses well short. Hayhurst and SUU rebound. Abelar up to Lee, lobs inside. Burdick pushed as he comes down with the pass, and an easy whistle on the foul. Called against Matthias Vrabel from Ostrava, Czech Republic. A sophomore, averages 3 points per game, only plays about 6.5 minutes, but he'll maybe get a little more time tonight.
If they would have saw Burdick maybe a second or two earlier, he would have had a big flush.
Burdick, a big, tall target inside. And, boy, he is efficient. A 63% shooter on the season and shooting 1,000 from three-point range.
The best.
The Rain Man has not missed. He receives the inbound pass way out near the logo. Skips it across to Lee out on the left wing. One dribble, then to Burdick again. SUU looking to get it to Duval, and finally does with 10 on the shot clock. Backs in, gets some space into the lane, floats it up with a right hand and puts SUU back on top, 17-16.
Had to go through 4 purple jerseys to get to that rim.
9:57 left, first half. Bounce inside to Sigaskar. Burdick defending, Sigaskar, skyhook right hand up over the top. Good move and a strong finish. 18-17, Tarleton back on top. Duval crosses the timeline for SUU, attacking left to right from our view in this first half. Duval finds Hayhurst underneath, but just didn't have a space to turn and shoot. Instead, dishes out to Lee for 3, right wing, off the back iron, too strong, and up to the other end, out of bounds. What? Dormu saved it to himself, grabbed it on the sideline, and then saved it to SUU. So Thunderbirds have it. That was an odd sequence.
Even he knew he was out of bounds.
The official saw something that nobody else in the arena did. Farrow turns and spin to his left. Duval sets a screen and a moving screen, an offensive foul. 18-17, Tarleton leads by 1. Pizza Hut is proud to support SUU Athletics with a special deal for Thunderbird fans. Go to Pizza Hut, get a you can get a medium one-topping pizza and a 20-ounce drink for just $9.99 when you order online. Enter the promo code M03. It's nice and easy, M03. Start with an empty cart, enter the code, then choose your pizza and drink. The price drops to just $9.99. Nobody out-pizzas the Hut, and nobody supports the T-Birds like Pizza Hut. Sigaskar in the lane, fakes up with the left, spins to his right, and goes up and over Barclay, who just checked in. Cale Barclay gives up the bucket, and Tarleton leads 20-17. Duval sees a lane, drives in, dishes to Barclay, who puts it up through traffic, somehow found the angle and banks it in. 2019, Thunderbirds down 1. Dormu dribbles into the lane, scoops it up on a reverse, somehow got it up but missed it short, and Burdick with the Thunderbird rebound. Duval to the left wing. Pick and roll with Burdick. Lob for Burdick, and Sigaskar tips it again, and gets it over to Kelly for the turnover.
Sigaskar has been great tonight. He averages 6 points a game. He already has 8, and he's been awesome.
I said Kelly. That was Isaac who came up with the loose ball for Tarleton. Inside they go, and up with the right hand, strong move. Cam Thomas got some space and then faded away sky hook. Tarleton leads 22-19, 8 minutes left first half. Duval up across the timeline. Jones moving, gets held from behind, and a whistle called against Tarleton State on a hold. A 13 foul of the half. 7:52 takes us to the under 8 media timeout. SUU trails 22-19 on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and is presented by Intermountain Health.
With food that's made from scratch and fresh to order, Hermes Drive-In has options that every member of your family will enjoy. From your favorite burgers and fries to sandwiches, drinks, shakes, and more. Hermes is centrally located and easy to find at 294 North Main Street, just north of the City Park. Serving you and our community for more than 45 years, Hermes Drive-In is a proud sponsor of our students and athletes.
You want a job that makes a difference in the world. So join the Chrysalis team. Chrysalis is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we have flexible schedules for everyone. College student? No problem. Extra job? You got it. But what if you're looking for a career path? Absolutely. Chrysalis has mornings, days, and grave shifts available. Get paid to have fun, go to movies, share your talents, and make a difference. At Chrysalis, you are a mentor, a teacher, and a friend. Apply online at chrysalis.care.
22-19, Tarleton with the lead. They're shooting 56% from the floor. What are you noticing that SUU is struggling with defensively, Preston?
They just feel like me in college, just late to class all the time. They're just a step behind. I mean, you got to credit that they're shooting 56% from the floor, like you mentioned. They are hot right now, and without some of their best players playing tonight, this team is playing phenomenally. They're hitting just great open looks, but a lot of that's coming from the screens that everybody is setting for each other. It's just a whole 5-person motion offense right now, and the Thunderbirds are just a step behind, maybe even a half step behind, and they're getting good looks.
Laundry day made easy. The Main Street Washateria, preferred laundromat of SUU Athletics, is clean, relaxing, and has free Wi-Fi, so you can get work done while your clothes get clean, or you can drop your clothes off and let the Washateria do the work for you. Main Street Washateria, making laundry stress-free in Cedar City. One thought comes to mind. Thunderbirds may have prepared for a Tarleton State team that has Dior Johnson, and now without Dior Johnson, it's a different defensive strategy that they've got to employ against the Texans. Burdick on the right wing. Thunderbirds with the ball. Shot clock down to 9-8. Duval on the left wing. 6-5. Follows a screen. Free throw line jumper. No. Fires inside to Burdick. Quick catch. Quick shot. And he rattles it in. Burdick with his first points. Thunderbirds down 1. Just beat the shot clock with that basket. 22-21. Tarleton leads. 7:15 left first half. Let's just get rid of that. It's got a paper that just keeps falling off the desk. Right corner, Douglas gives up top. Osai for Owens. Back to Douglas in the corner, and Burdick called for a foul inside, defending Andy Sigisgar. The two got a little tied up as Sigisgar tries to post up down on the left block. I guess that would be the right block, wouldn't it?
Yes. I mean, depends on where you look at it
from. Checking my L's with my pointer finger and thumb, and yes, that is the right.
For SUU, it's the left. For Tarleton, it's the right.
Mazzell on the left wing. SUU in a man defense. Shot clock down to 10, and McDowell takes the deep three. Back iron, no. Rebound, tipped off. Jones knocked it out of the hands of Mazzell and says, SUU basketball. Mazzell says, no, he hit it out of my hand. It's off him, but the official says, Thunderbird ball.
Full court pressure.
Barclay, Cottrell, Duval, Hayhurst, and Jones on the floor, and Cottrell will bring it across the timeline. The 6'10 senior, 6'11 senior. Plenty of handles to do that job. Down Jones on the right wing, and a whistle away from the ball is a hold against Osai for Owens, a 6'7 senior for Tarleton State. Fourth team foul. Farrow checks back in. Barclay heads to the bench. 6:35 left. Thunderbirds shooting just 39% from the floor, but they've made 4 of their last 5 and trail by 1. Cottrell tries to drive. Sigisgar pokes it away, and Douglas comes up with the loose ball for Tarleton State. Dribbles to the left wing. Fires into the middle. McDowell tries to find space, but Farrow stays in front. Good defense. McDowell goes back to work and spins to the basket, up with the left hand over Farrow for the hoop.
That's a tough spin move down low on the block on one of the SU's better defenders.
24-21, Tarleton State leads. Farrow skips it right wing to Duval, gets through traffic, then kicks it left corner. Hayhurst triple, yes. That one rattles in. Hayhurst, second of the night, ties the score at 24. Hayhurst 2 of 3 tonight from three-point range, 6 points. 5:45 left first half. And McDowell works against Hayhurst, hangs on the baseline and has to kick it back up top. They work inside to Sigisgar, gets Cottrell off his feet, spins to his right, and an easy lay-in for Sigisgar.
Can't jump on all the pump fakes. That's what SU's been doing. Every pump fake has got him.
Love to get those blocks, and at some points this season, SUU's been one of the better blocking teams with blocks in the WAC, but this time Duval goes into Cottrell, and he makes up for his mistake at the other end, gets past the defense and lays it in with the right hand, ties the score at 26. Cottrell pokes the ball away from Sigisgar, off of Jones's hand, and Sigisgar picks it up. McDowell on the right wing. Thomas at the top of the key, dribbles to his left, can't find room to Mazzell, and then Sigiscar at the top of the key. Faked a three. He's 0 for 0 this season, has not attempted a three. Drives instead, misses, and the tip back. Thunderbirds get the rebound. Duval looks in the middle. He had Jones wide open, but Sigiscar closed the passing lane with his face, and Tarleton comes up with it. Thunderbirds' 5th turnover. McDowell turns right side, short jumper and misses. Rebound, Mazzell had it, and Duval strips it away. Ahead to Farrell, lob inside for Cottrell, poked away from behind. Cottrell goes down hard on that pass. Cam Thomas knocked Cottrell down, as well as knocking the ball loose. Cottrell up quickly, though. He looked like he was in some pain and grimaces as he heads for the bench. Kai Burdick checks in. We're tied at 26, 4:24 to go, first half. 15 foul there against Tarleton State. Thunderbirds have committed 3 team fouls. Duval, Burdick, Hayhurst, Jones, and Farrow on the floor. Duval looking in and has to fire up top to Farrow. 22 on the shot clock. Farrow dribbles left to the free throw line. Looking inside, nothing there. Back out to Hayhurst. And over to Duval on the left wing. Burdick, strong screen. Duval weaves through traffic, hangs and just misses. Too strong on the layup. Rebound, Dormu. And he pushes up the right wing. Back up top, Thomas had time on the three, instead tried to drive. Nothing there. Gives to Dormu, free throw line jumper. Banks it, or knocks it down. 28-26, Tarleton leads.
The speed, I think, is really the difference right now between the two teams. Tarleton is just moving at another gear.
3:45 left in the first half. Jones, Burdick sets the screen, frees up Jones for the triple, top of the key, buries it, and that puts SUU back up by 1, 29-28. SUU just 3 of 9 from three-point range in this first half. They were 2 of 8 before Jones buried that one. 3:20 left in the first half. Thomas on the left wing. Sigiscar working hard. Burdick working hard to defend, and I believe Burdick just picked up his 2nd foul.
Sigiscar's doing a great job of finding position and drawing some off-ball fouls.
29-28 Thunderbirds lead with 3:16 left in this first half, and it's the intermediate timeout. Burdick just discussing with the official, saying, hey, he's tying up my elbows. Not going to win that discussion, but SUU with the lead as we head for one more final timeout of this first half. And we'll be back on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
Kabuto, Southern Utah's #1 sushi and ramen restaurant. Make sure to stop in, students, Monday through Friday, 11 to 3 p.m. for student specials. Follow us at Kabuto, Utah for special events and giveaways.
Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug offer the service of a local pharmacy with a personal touch. Traditional quality service with modern-day conveniences. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off North Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown at 91 North Main. Both have trained pharmacists to take care of your pharmaceutical needs and fill your prescriptions. Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug are happy to serve you and to support our local athletes.
Bullock Drug strives to be the very best pharmacy in Cedar City. We want you to be a part of our team. As a valued customer and patient, we will provide you with the best professional pharmacy service. Join with us and be a part of our team. Bullock Drug, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
29-28 SUU with a 1-point lead. 3:16 left in this first half against Tarleton State. Last time these teams met, it went to overtime, and SUU won 106-105 tonight. Thunderbirds were shooting atrociously and trailed, but they've fought back. They've hit 5 of their last 6 field goals and lead by 1. Discover adventure in every season. Visit Cedar City for vibrant festivals, Red Rock hikes, and thriving arts scene. Then head up the mountain to Bryan Head for world-class skiing, biking, and cool alpine escapes. Come for the views, stay for the experience. Visit Cedar City, Bryan Head. McDowell, left wing, step back, misses the 3 over Farrow. A little too strong, and rebound tipped into the hands of Tanner Hayhurst and SUU. Jones up to the left wing. fires across to Duval on the run, hits the three from the right side. Defense right on him, but he buries it, makes it 32-28, SUU up 4.
If Duval can add that shot consistently to his arsenal, there's not going to be anybody that can stop him.
Into the paint goes Dormu. He tries to pass along the baseline, and Hayhurst gets a hand on it and steals it. Hayhurst dribbles to his left. McDowell reaches in for the steal and commits the foul. That's a 6-team foul against Tarleton State. 2:37 left in this first half. Glenn Cyprian, the acting head coach of this Tarleton State team, has an 0-6 record as the coach. Thunderbirds go inside. Duval up over the defense, somehow fought through a couple defenders and got it up over Thomas for the layup. 34-28, SUU on top. Duval has 11.
You mentioned the personal fouls real quick. They had 31 personal fouls against the Thunderbirds last time out.
There are 3 players short on the roster tonight. Kelly the 4th, Dior Johnson, and Chris Mpaka did not make the trip. McDowell dribbles into the lane. Ball almost poked away, but Dormu has it. Bounces inside with 4 on the shot clock. Farrow goes down, or no, that's Jones who goes down on the contact and draws the charge. Cam Thomas, the 6'3 freshman, called for the charging foul.
Was it Cottrell that had, what, 3 charges against Tarleton last time?
Yeah. And Cottrell will bring it across the timeline for Southern Utah. Mazzell preventing Duval from getting the inbound pass. 1:50 left first half. Duval dribbles to his left, kicks it out. Farrell for 3 from the top of the key, misses short. And the rebound, Dormu. He'll stop at the free throw line, pop it and miss it short. Farrow rips down the rebound. The long pass ahead to Jones, left wing for 3, no, back iron. And the rebound, Duval tips it away from McDowell out of bounds to Tarleton State. 10 years ago, you would have hated that shot, the 3-pointer on a fast break, but anymore. And from a guy like Jones, you like that shot.
Yeah, it seems like there's only 2 kind of shots anymore in basketball today, and that's right there at the dunk line underneath the hoop and probably 8 feet behind the 3-point line.
Tarleton State does not take a lot of threes. They average just 15 attempts. They hit 5 of those per game. Tonight, 2 of 4. They've been efficient, and they've gotten most of their points inside. But Southern Utah with a 6-point lead on an 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 10 seconds. McDowell top of the key, steps back and swishes the 3. That ends the 8-0 run. 1 minute to go. Cottrell was all by himself on the offensive end of the court, but Southern Utah's guards didn't see him. Minute left in the first half. SUU up 34-31. Jones tries to force a pass inside, deflected high, to deflected again out of bounds to Tarleton State. 7 Thunderbird turnovers in this first half. 57.1 seconds to go. Mazzell across the timeline. Dormu back to Mazzell. Dribbles left, gets a screen to McDowell on the right wing. Jones defending, McDowell into the lane. Ball came loose. He picked it back up and traveled. He would probably argue it was deflected, but the official says no, that is a travel. And Tarleton State has turned it over 7 times tonight.
I don't think Jones touched that ball. I think they got the right call. I believe that's a travel.
So Southern Utah with a 3-point lead, 40 seconds to go in the first half, 34-31. Farrow to inbound, finds Duval. Mazzell backs off to the 3-point arc, and the pass over to Barclay. Freshman gives to Jones, dribbles left. SUU with a 34-31 lead, looking to add to it with 20 seconds left in the first half. Hayhurst spins, dribbles down the lane, floats and misses off the side of the iron. And the rebound, McDowell with the shot clock turned off for Tarleton.
I don't hate that drive by Hayhurst, but that's not really his spot. His spot is the spot-up shooter.
Screen up top by Sigaskar. And Barclay defends McDowell, who flails his arms and head as he dribbles through the lane and draws the foul with 3.1 seconds left in the first half. This will be 2 free throws for McDowell. Is this the first trip to the free throw line for Tarleton State in this first half?
Yes.
McDowell, an 86% free throw shooter. He's scored in double figures in 14 of his last 15 games. And so far tonight, with the first free throw in, has 10 points, make it 11. So that's 15 of his last 16 games. He can make it a 2-point or a 1-point game with this free throw. 34-32. Free throw in, 34-33. SUU up by 1. Farrow looking to inbound, goes to Barclay near midcourt, and his pass deflected, picked up, and Isaac misses the 3. Kaya Isaac short at the buzzer. Southern Utah heads into the locker room with just a 1-point lead, 34-33. Here on Thunder 91, pressing an up and down, inconsistent first half from the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, they got off to a very slow start. This looks a lot like Southern Utah's football team. Just takes forever. They're like that old-fashioned diesel truck. It takes about an hour and a half to warm up, but they've started warming up.
Time for your halftime show presented by Intermountain Health. We'll visit with Tom Giles, the nurse manager for Cedar City Cancer Center and Infusion Center. We'll also give you some stats and highlights when we return on Thunder 91. Brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth. SUU up 1 at the half, presented by Intermountain Health.
At Cache Valley Bank, we value our heritage and the history we've built within our communities. With over 45 years of experience behind us, we are confident in our ability to equip our customers with the necessary tools and expertise to navigate their financial journey. Whether you are ready to expand your existing business, embark on a new business venture, or are seeking better personal banking, let us help you reach new heights. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await.
Are you hungry for the usual today? Or are you craving something uncommonly delicious like the meaty masterpiece, the Hook and Ladder Sub from Firehouse Subs? They start by piling it high with freshly sliced smoked turkey breasts and Virginia honey ham. Oh, then they top it with melted Monterey Jack and serve it hot in a toasted roll. Save time by ordering your Hook and Ladder with the Firehouse Subs app today, downtown Cedar City. It's Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.
Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug are here for you, the Cedar City community. With expert pharmacists on site, Township and Bullock can help you take care of your pharmaceutical needs and fill your prescriptions. Both locations offer curbside service for your convenience. Bullock's Drug is downtown at 91 North Main Street, while Township Pharmacy is near the hospital just off Main Street. Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug, grateful and proud supporters of our local students and athletes.
Thunderbirds with the lead at the half, 34-33, as we welcome you into the Intermountain Health halftime show. And joining us is Tom Giles, the nurse manager for Cedar City Cancer Center and Infusion Center. SUU, a 1-point lead. You're probably like the Texans color, Tom. You're familiar with the purple being from Wayne County.
That's a Wayne Badgers color, absolutely.
They need a little more yellow in there, though, right?
Yes, that's right.
to be Wayne County. Tom Giles, again, the nurse manager for the Cedar City Cancer Center and Infusion Center. SUU, a little up and down in that first half. They kind of struggled from the field for shooting.
They've been pretty evenly matched. I mean, I can't believe how close it's been the whole game.
Were you here the last time these teams played and SUU won in overtime?
Nope.
That was a barn. 106-105 was the final. This time a little more low scoring, but a tight game between Southern Utah and Tarleton State. Let's talk about the Cedar City Cancer Center and Infusion Center. What types of cancer do you treat here in the Cedar City Hospital?
We actually treat everything. It's nice that even in a smaller hospital like this that we can treat everything, and there's really no reason for people to have to travel and go up north or go to St. George, or we can really do all of it right here.
In the past, that would have been a challenge. A cancer treatment, you maybe have to travel to St. George or get on the road and drive a ways, and that adds to the challenge, but not anymore.
Yep.
And so, Tom, what is your average number of cancer patients you see each day? Is that increasing?
So we have in the center, we've got people there being treated with radiation. We've got infusion treatments with like chemotherapy and things, and then seeing the doctor. On average, we see for the infusions, we treat 30 to 40 patients a day.
Wow.
In the radiation treatments, they see anywhere from 10 to 20 patients a day, and the patients that come see the doctor, they see upwards of 30 patients a day.
So it keeps you busy. Right?
Yes,
it
we're very busy. Yep.
What area does the Cancer Center cover?
So we have the largest geographical area of any of the cancer centers. We go all the way up Wayne County, Paiute County, Sevier County, Beaver County, Milford County, even down into Kane and obviously Iron County. Yeah. We do get some Washington County, and we actually go out into eastern Nevada as well.
Oh, wow.
So patients from all the way Fillmore, Escalante, Garfield County, all of them.
You're obviously from the southern Utah area. You didn't say Escalante.
Yes.
Escalante.
Yep.
So that's a great benefit to those communities as well, I imagine. They don't have to travel to Salt Lake and other areas as well.
Yeah, they still have to travel to come to us, but it's still a lot closer. And the goal with treatment, whether we're curative, palliative, is to give these patients more time with their families, more times to do the things they want to do. So even if it's cutting down on travel time, to give them time that they can do the things they want to do.
Going off script a little bit, that must be rewarding to see those benefits, those blessings, so to speak, for those family that get to spend extra time with loved ones. And
that is the greatest part of this job, is that we really have a great relationship with our patients and get to know them really well, and they become family to us.
Can you talk a little bit about or explain the cancer expansion?
So like I said, we are at the volumes we have. We're at max on our treatment space. We're maxed out with our doctors. We're maxed out on everything. And we are also recruiting another nurse practitioner. We just actually are in the process of hiring one. We're also recruiting another physician.
Wow.
And we just see this constant growth. So we are going to actually double the size of the cancer center. We're just starting the design period right now. And so we're going to add treatment spaces. We're going to add doctor's offices and exam rooms, and just make it to where we can keep up with the demand and provide these services.
Well, that's fantastic. A lot of folks, we think of, and especially somebody from Salt Lake or Las Vegas thinks of Cedar City as a small town, but all those services offered with the hospital is fantastic.
Yeah, we actually offer services that are only available in a couple of the larger facilities. We actually do treatments here that they're not even doing in St. George.
Wow.
And we've even had patients from Vegas who have driven to Cedar City to get their treatments.
Wow. Tom, anything else you want to cover?
I like to tell people, we have all the services of a big city cancer center, but with the hometown feel. We know our patients personally. They come in. I have patients who stop by my office to give me a hug before they go sit in the chair. We really have the caring small town feel with all of the treatment you could get in the big city.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Tom Giles, nurse manager for the Cedar City Cancer Center and Infusion Center. Tom, what have the Thunderbirds got to do to keep this lead in the second half?
They've just got to stay on their toes.
They play some Ellet-style defense to Wayne County, right?
Yep, that's right.
Or some Ellets over there.
Yep.
Well, Tom, thanks so much. It's been a pleasure to chat with you.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate you. This is the Intermountain Health Halftime Show. We'll take a timeout and be back with more of our halftime show on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
Here at Culver's, we're known for our fresh, delicious food. What most of you don't know is for the last several years, we've been training Southern Utah's most elite basketball players. Sometimes they need instruction, and that's where I step in. Practice makes perfect, but we demand perfection.
Bradshaw Chevrolet Buick is Cedar City's original hometown dealership. Family owned and serving the area since 1931. Obviously, they're doing several things right. Bradshaw Chevrolet Buick is your full-service dealership. Sales, service, body shop, detail shop, and their service department stands behind what they sell. And what they sell is a large selection of new and GM-certified used vehicles. Thunderbirds. Bradshaw Chevrolet Buick, 360 North Main.
Brad's Food Hut is your go-to family-owned traditional fixture in Cedar City. Brad's has options for everyone with burgers, chicken sandwiches, fish and chips, soft drinks, shakes, and more. Want to grab your food on the go? You can call ahead and they'll have your order ready for you at 586-6358. That's 586-6358 for Brad's Food Hut at 546 North Main Street in Cedar City. Brad's Food Hut is proud to support our local athletes and students.
Visit Cedar City. Brian Head is thrilled to welcome you to Cedar City, your ultimate base camp for adventure and sports. As you enjoy the game, be sure to take a victory lap through everything our area has to offer. As the gateway to Bryce and Zion National Parks, you can explore our charming downtown, fuel up at incredible local restaurants, and stretch your legs on scenic trails at Kolob Canyons or Thunderbird Gardens. Let the games begin and let the fun continue in Cedar City, Utah. Go to visitcedarcity.com to plan your next trip.
33 at the half. The Thunderbirds with the lead. U.S. Bank is proud to sponsor the SU Thunderbirds. Stop by our U.S. Bank branch in Cedar City for all your banking needs. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. This is the Intermountain Health halftime show. Thunderbirds up by 1, but and the offense, you think about their offense, they're on pace to right about their average, 77, 78 points in a game. I guess they're on pace for a little less than that right now. But so offensively, good, fine. Defensively, though, they've not been able to stop Tarleton consistently.
Now, they've showed why they have the worst defense in the WAC, a step behind everywhere. They've also took 12 three-point shots when we knocked down 4, so they need to get both of those things rolling.
Tarleton State shooting 50% from the floor, and in the absence of Dior Johnson, the leading scorer in the nation, a couple other guys have stepped up. Sigiscar with 10, McDowell with 12, and Dormu off the bench has 7 on 50% shooting.
They are playing efficient basketball, and they've historically shot really well from inside the AFEC as well.
Southern Utah up 1 at the half, brought to you by Intermountain Health. Bullock's is more than just a pharmacy. Stop in for a handcrafted soda, sweet treats, and everything else we have to offer in downtown Cedar City. Bullock's, a proud supporter of SUU Athletics. Quick timeout. We'll be back with your WAC scoreboard on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
Retro Fitness, the official partner of SUU Athletics, is the largest premium health club in Cedar City. Retro Fitness offers a full range of services, including functional fitness training, group fitness classes, hot yoga, personal training, saunas, tanning, a smoothie bar, and the best kids club around. Mention this ad for a free 3-day trial pass. Go retro at Retro Fitness, 929 South Main Street in Cedar City, or visit them online at retrofitness.com.
In our 150th year of service, everywhere you look, Zions Bank people are ready to work hard for you.
We're here and ready to go.
Wherever you are, we're right there with you. We will help make it simple and easier.
We have all the big bank services delivered locally.
Isn't it time to see how 150 years of experience can work for you?
Zions Bank.
We are here to help right now.
We want to serve you.
Now more than ever, Zions Bank is for you.
When it comes to smiles, Thunderbird fans know who to trust: Webster Orthodontics, the preferred orthodontist of SUU Athletics. They're the reason Thor the Thunderbird has that beautiful game day grin, and they can do the same for you. Whether it's braces or Invisalign, Webster Ortho provides personalized care and outstanding results, proudly supporting SUU Athletics and our community. Visit WebsterSmiles.com today to schedule your consultation. Webster Orthodontics. Show off that Thunderbird smile. Ernie's is more than just a gas stop. It's your one-stop spot for fuel, fresh food, and friendly service. With locations across southern Utah, including one right here in Cedar City, Ernie's makes it easy to fill up and fuel up. Don't forget, Ernie's is home of the world-famous chicken strips, a local favorite that keeps fans coming back. Proudly supporting SUU Athletics and proudly serving our community. Stop by Ernie's in Cedar City today.
Southern Utah, 34-33 lead over Tarleton State at the half, brought to you by Intermountain Health. SkyWest Airlines, also a proud sponsor of SUU Athletics. SkyWest is the world's largest regional airline, has been part of the Southern Utah community for more than 50 years. And no matter where you want to go, SkyWest's 2 daily Delta connection flights from Cedar City to Salt Lake City make it easy to get there. Fly local from Cedar, and with 1 connection, you can reach hundreds of destinations on Delta's global network. In the WAC scoreboard, Abilene Christian trails at California Baptist 39-35 with 14 minutes left in the second. And Utah Valley, a pretty dominant win over UT Arlington earlier today, 81-60. In women's WAC games earlier today, UT Arlington an overtime win over Utah Valley 60-59. California Baptist won on the road at Abilene Christian 74-71. California Baptist improves to 10-1 in the WAC. And Southern Utah, a heartbreaking loss 59-57 at Tarleton State. Thunderbirds were up as much as 18 in the first half and just couldn't hold on. The offense went cold.
8 points in the third quarter, 17 in the fourth. That's a rough showing.
No car, no problem. St. George Shuttle has you covered with reliable rides from Cedar City down to Vegas, up to Salt Lake, and everywhere in between. Check out St. George Shuttle today. On time, every time. St. George Shuttle, 34-33 at the half. Thunderbirds, a decent offensive first half. They struggled to stop Tarleton State, who shot 50% from the floor, 60% from three-point range, albeit just 5 attempts, but they hit 3 of them. SU's defense has got to get back up to speed.
They absolutely do. They've got to start being aggressive and assertive on defense, and it's got to start with the guys down low. Jaden Farrow has been this team's probably best defender. He's getting beat down low, as well as Cottrell, as well as Burdick. All 3 of those guys haven't really been able to stop Sigisgar, who has played incredibly well. He's averaged only 6 points a game coming into this, but right now he's got 10 points, only 2 rebounds, but he's playing really, really well.
5 of 6 shooting for Sigisgar, who came into the game shooting 61%, and tonight he's missed just once on 6 attempts. Looking at the Thunder 91 keys of the game, limit turnovers. SUU had 8 in the first half. They're on pace to keep Tarleton under 80. And they did get off and rolling a bit, on pace for about 68 points tonight, but we'll see how they do in this second half. Mazzell to his right. Tarleton State has it to start second half action, and Sigisgar with a spin move and slices down the lane, lays it up and in. Tarleton leads by 1. A quick bucket for the Texans. SUU attacking right to left in the second half. Duval, Cottrell, Jones, Hayhurst, and Farrow on the floor. Entry to Farrow, spins, gets past the D, and puts it up and in, but traveled. He gave a ball fake, and the officials saw a shuffle of the feet, and the Thunderbirds turn it over.
This game's seen 5 lead changes. Feels like a lot more.
Yeah, Tarleton on top, 35-34. They work it around the top of the arc and bounce it down into the left corner. Sigisgar backing in, tries to pass across the lane, deflected, but Mazzell comes up with it and hits it from the right elbow. Tarleton on a 4-0 run to start second half action. Farrow across the timeline for Southern Utah. SUU in the home whites, Tarleton in the road purple with white numerals. Farrow on the right wing, starts right, dribbles left, hesitates at the free throw line, spins and misses short. Rebound on the floor, Cottrell goes down, he has it, and it's a jump ball. Cottrell had Sigisgar to his left, both laying on the floor. Sigisgar almost looked like cuddled up with Cottrell to get to that basketball. Possession arrow to Southern Utah. They trail 37-34. Duval inbounds to Cottrell out high on the right wing. Dribbles left, looks for some lane and finds it, but up with the left hand and too strong off the window. Rebound Tarleton. McDowell goes downhill, puts it up, and it's off the glass. Duval swatted it, but a goaltending. And Tarleton on a 6-0 run.
Again, just a second late.
Inbound, and again, Mazzell denies Duval the basketball, so Cottrell takes it up across the timeline. 39-34, SUU down 5. Duval looks to his right and finds Farrow. Dribbles right, a pick and roll, and picked off. Mazel to the other end. Duval is there and can't get the block, but a quick follow. No, it's going to be an offensive goaltending against McDowell. The ball had not cleared the cylinder.
The Texans are just being so offensive on defense. They're being active and very physical and very aggressive, and the Thunderbirds are just not matching that intensity.
Officials will review this and make sure they get that call right. 39-34 if the bucket doesn't count. Second half is brought to you by Safari Hospitality, proud supporter of Southern Utah basketball. With hotels like the Courtyard Marriott, Hampton Inn, and the Spring Hill Suites, you'll find comfort and quality just minutes from campus. Thanks to Safari Hospitality for supporting Thunderbird basketball. Looks like they've turned this into a full timeout so officials can review. So we'll take a timeout as well. Thunderbirds down 39-34 on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
Launch your career with SUU's professional sales program. Stand out in today's job market with hands-on experience and real-world results. Learn to sell yourself, your ideas, and your business. Master sales, management, and entrepreneurship. Connect with industry leaders through competitions, networking, and internships. Land high-paying careers after graduation. Whether starting your own business or climbing the corporate ladder, sales skills are your secret weapon. Partner with SUU. Hire the best. Be the best on campus at Southern Utah University.
Southern Utah University football fans, this one's for you. With 3 convenient Iron County locations and over 20,000 5-star reviews, Burt Brothers is your hometown team for auto care. From unbeatable tire deals to trusted service packages, we've got you covered start to finish. Because at Burt Brothers, there's only one promise: we do it better.
39-34 Tarleton State, shooting 3 of 4 from the floor in this second half, and overall 53%. And they are on a 6-0 run. They lead Southern Utah 39-34.
This game looks really close in a lot of aspects as you look at the box sheet here. 6 still stands out for Tarleton, but Thunderbirds, I mean, they've got more second chance points, more offensive rebounds, 4 more rebounds total, but the big thing right now, 10 points off turnovers for the Texans to 2 for the Thunderbirds. So they're forcing turnovers and converting those turnovers into points, and that's something this team is really, really good at. In fact, the best at. And the Thunderbirds have just got to find a way to limit those turnovers and find their own rhythm offensively.
Find that rhythm offensively. SUU 0 for 2 from the floor in the second half with 2 turnovers, so 4 possessions, and they've given it away twice, missed 2 shots. So review on the play. It looked like the initial call was a goaltending on a putback, like a tip back in from Cam McDowell. They uphold the goaltending call. It's Southern Utah basketball against some full court pressure. Cottrell receives the inbound and gives to Duval. Thunderbirds still looking for their first points of the second half. We're 2 minutes in. Cottrell at the top of the key. Sigaskar out high on defense, then give to Duval. Bounce to Farrow, out high post on the left side. Skips to Hayhurst in the corner, wanted the 3, but McDowell got out quick on the defense. Duval dribbles left, 2 on the shot clock, 1, he sees it, turns, shoots, and just misses off the iron. Cottrell tips the rebound, but into the hands of McDowell and Tarleton State. To the free throw line, step back, long 2 from the top of the arc, missed it, and it's rebounded out to the corner. Mazel had it, but stepped on the baseline. He's out of bounds.
One thing I noticed on that last possession, and the referees, maybe they haven't cued in on it, is Sigaskar did not leave the paint the entire possession, just closed off any lane for Cottrell down there. He's got to get out of there, but nobody's called him out yet.
Cottrell gets a breather, and inbound to Burdick, handoff to Farrow. Thunderbirds had a lot of success offensively against Tarleton State when Farrow brought the ball up the court last time these teams met. Farrow spins left, then back to his right. Double team comes, kick out to Duval, right wing 3. Yes, splashes it in. Thunderbirds' first points of the half. They trail by 2, 39-37.
Give him 14.
Duval, 5 of 11 from the floor, 2 of 4 from 3-point range, 4 rebounds and 5 assists tonight. Sigiscar looking in the lane, up on Burdick, misses off the right side. Offensive board pulled in by Owens. And Tarleton State goes back to work. Owens from the left wing spins in the lane, misses short, late whistle as Farrow got a hand up and must have got the arm of Owens.
I just want to see the Thunderbirds match their defensive intensity. I mean, they don't have to go full court pressure like the Texans are doing, but they just seem a little lackadaisical on defense.
And maybe a full court press would get them out of that lackadaisical mindset or attitude at this point. Just the third free throw of the game for Tarleton State. Southern Utah kind of in the same boat. They've only attempted 2 free throws, and O'Cypher Owens misses the front end. Student section hoping for some cheese curds from Culver's. And they get him if Owens misses this next free throw. He's a 70% free throw shooter, but he's only attempted 25 free throws this season. Swishes the second, and the student section is disappointed. 40-37, Tarleton State leads by 3, 16:35 left to play. Duval out on the right wing, gives to Burdick. Handoff back to Duval, looks inside. Farrow gets the entry pass, goes right to the hole, hesitates, and then strong move up and in. Thunderbirds down 1.
Let's get a stop right here. The Thunderbirds need a stop right here.
16:15 left to play, 40-39, Tarleton State leads. Thunderbirds in a man-to-man. Mazzell on the left wing. Up top, McDowell dribbles right. Farrow sees where he's going, steps in front, but reached and committed the foul. Farrow fouled out the last time these teams played and just picked up his third?
Yes.
It was good defense until the reach, because he jumped in front. He saw McDowell going to his left and got to that spot first, but reached in. So Farrow to the bench. Cale Barclay checks in. Hayhurst, Burdick, Duval, and Jones also on the floor. Jones just 3 points. Hit a 3 in the first half. Inbound and a drive, a wild shot by Kaya Kelly. Misses with the right hand. Thunderbirds with the rebound. And I missed what the dead ball was.
Burdick got the rebound and I believe stepped out of bounds.
So Tarleton State basketball when we return. 15:56 left to play. Thunderbirds down by 1, 40-39. SUU Professional Sales. If you're looking to sharpen your skills and become a true sales professional, check out the SUU Professional Sales Program, helping students and future leaders build confidence and close deals. SUU Professional Sales, where careers in sales begin. 15:56 left to go. We'll take a quick timeout on Thunder 91. Brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
40-30, Tarleton leads with 15:56 left to play. SUU, a couple too many turnovers, and Tarleton's offense, SUU seems to just not have the intensity, the defensive intensity or energy they need at this point.
Offensive and defensive intensity. They seem like they got a lot of rust from that little break they had.
Inbound to Vrabel. Inside, and Cam Thomas turns to the hole. Hayhurst gets a hand on both of Thomas's arms, and Cam Thomas will head to the free throw line. Hayhurst picks up his first. Duval leading in the scoring for Southern Utah. He has 14. McDowell has 14 as well for Tarleton State. Thomas has attempted just 6 free throws this season. Had hit 5, still just 5 as he misses the first off the back of the iron. Second free throw rattles and pops out, and the crowd loves the free cheese curds from Culver's.
Maybe that cheer of the crowd, the little roar, will spike these guys up.
Duval to the left wing. Bounces for Hayhurst. The pass at his ankles, and he can't corral it. Boots it out of bounds. Tarleton stayed with it. Thunderbirds 13 turnover.
Hayhurst was thinking about cheese curds and fumbled that one.
40-39. Thunderbirds down by 1. Tarleton State without its leading scorer, Dior Johnson. But they have a 1-point lead. McDowell dribbles to his right, trips on his own man, Vrabel, and the Thunderbirds come up with it. Hayhurst goes strong, misses. He hung in the air, and a late whistle from the opposite official calls the foul. 2 other guys were closer, but chose not to blow the whistle.
Hayhurst should have thrown that one off the glass for the Rain Man. That's a perfect opportunity to utilize your 7-footer.
So Hayhurst to the free throw line. This is just the 3rd and 4th free throws of the night for Southern Utah. Hayhurst averages 10 points a game. Swish is the first. Started his college career at BYU, then played at College of Southern Idaho, where he averaged 10.5 points per game last season. And swishes both free throws in to put SUU on top by 1, 41-40. Tarleton State started the half on a 6-0 run, make it a 7-0 run, but Southern Utah has scored the last 6. 41-40, SUU leads. Dormu in off the bench. He's got 7 points for Tarleton State. Bounces left side. Douglas out on the wing. Across to McDowell on the right wing. Hayhurst fights through a screen. Give it a pick and roll to Vrabel, but he can't find space. And then an injury away from the ball. And McDowell limps his way to the bench and down to the end of the bench, not wanting to put any pressure on his right foot.
And I noticed he was favoring that a little bit on that last possession there. It didn't look like anything crazy, but maybe he tweaked something and then tweaked it harder.
Another undisclosed lower body injury for Tarleton State.
Seems to be a growing theme.
15:01 left to go. We'll hope McDowell is nothing serious. 13 on the shot clock, and Tarleton State inbounds. They give to Douglas, looking for some space on the right side. Gets down to the right block and floats it up in and over Jones. 42-41, Tarleton leads.
Analytics will tell you the mid-range jump shot is the worst jump shot you can take. Texans disagree.
It's working for them tonight. They've attempted just 5 threes. They've hit 3 of them, not a single one here in the second half so far, with 14.5 left to play. Hayhurst on the left wing has to go back up top to Jones with 8 on the shot clock. Dribbles right and bounces in for Barclay. 2 defenders as he fakes to his left, spins and floats with the right. Skyhook is a bit long, and the rebound Tarleton State. With a 1-point lead, the visiting Texans dribble to the top. Douglas, step back, triple, knocks it down. Douglas. And Tarleton State is 4 of 6 from 3-point range. 45-41, Duval dribbles right, follows a screen all the way to the hole, draws the foul, missed the shot short. Foul on DJ Dormu. And that's his second. They'll say it was on the floor. So SUU will not get free throws. Duval to inbound, just lobs out high to Cottrell. Shot clock at 16. As Duval crosses over, dribbles right, Dormu flops backwards, and Duval misses from the right angle. Rebound Tarleton State. That was a flop worthy of Dylan Brooks. Douglas tries his hand on a deep 3 from the right wing and misses just off the left side. Thunderbirds with the rebound. Hayhurst sees a lane, dribbles to his left, stops, back outside. Duval straightaway triple short off the front iron. Jones the rebound. Quickly to Cottrell. Follows a screen. Shot blocked. Good screen by Barclay, and Cottrell, though, gets blocked, and Tarleton State has it with a 4-point lead. 13 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Southern Utah 0 for its last 4 in a 3-minute-plus scoring drought, but they get a steal. Cottrell steps in front of a pass. Duval dribbles behind the back, and an offensive foul against Southern Utah.
Where?
They call it on Elijah Duval. I don't know how. He was dribbling behind the back with one hand, and the other hand was going to get the ball.
That's a little Matador action. He just pulled the red cape away and let him run right by. I don't think he even touched him.
Coach Rob Jeter folds his arms and just looks at the floor to prevent himself from yelling at the officials. Sigiscar through the lane. Cottrell stuffs it, and off Sigiscar out of bounds. Big-time defensive stuff by Cottrell.
And maybe that's a play that'll put some energy in these Thunderbirds.
Duval receives the inbound, bounces right back to Farrow across the timeline to his right. Spins and dribbles to his left, back to his right. Ball poked away. Farrow comes back up with it to Jones on the left wing. And up top to Hayhurst. Thunderbirds trail by 4. Jones to Duval on the right side. Shot clock down under 6 to 5 to Jones, left corner, fading away for the triple, misses. Farrow has the rebound. He's hacked, and a late whistle comes in. Foul charged to Jordan Mazzell. That's his first personal. And SUU will inbound with a 20-second shot clock. 12:21 to go, trailing 45-41. SUU 0 for its last 5 from the floor. Inbound to Farrow. Looking to go somewhere with it. Can't find anybody. Now he'll attack. Dribbles right, stops and pulls up and hits at the free throw line. What else did you see there?
Sigiscar was giving Cottrell an early Valentine's Day hug, just like a teddy bear.
12 minutes left to go. Southern Utah down by 2. Right corner, Kelly misses short. Sigiscar tries to get the rebound, tips it, but Farrow has it for Southern Utah with a chance to take the lead or tie. 45-43, Duval dribbles right. Fires across to Jones on the left wing. Dribbles into the free throw line. Nothing there. Bounces for Farrow. Kelly defending. Farrow tries to step to his right, and Kelly bumps him hard with 2 hands and commits the foul. A 4th team foul, and that takes us to the under 12 timeout. It's getting physical. 45-43, SUU down by 2. More Thunderbird basketball when we return from this timeout on Thunder 91. Brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
Bullock strives to be the very best in serving you in Cedar City, offering fashion, decor, and kids items, as well as a fun old-fashioned soda fountain and pharmacy. We are a place where you can come enjoy unique shopping, a fun atmosphere, and quality service from all of our 4 stores on Main Street. Bring the family, grab a treat, and find that perfect gift. Enjoy your shopping experience with us. Bullock's, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
Kabuto's, St. George's #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Kabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
Kind of a low-energy night for Southern Utah. 43 points scored with 11:39 left to go. And you really look at Tarleton State on pace for about 60. Normally you'd feel good about that, but the energy just not there for SUU.
No, it's like a 2-day-old soda. It's just flat right now. It's not good. It's not terrible, but it's not great by any means. But yeah, somebody needs to step up on that Thunderbirds team. Be like, look, guys, we're right there. I mean, it's a 2-point game. Like, we're doing everything right. Our shots aren't going down, but let's keep it rolling. Let's become a freight train. Let's just run through some people.
Get fired up. Let's see if the Thunderbirds can do that. They trail 45-43. When it comes to world-famous chicken strips, there's only one place. Ernie's, proudly local and proudly supporting SUU athletics. Ernie's is the go-to spot for a great meal. Drop in today and taste why everyone loves Ernie's chicken strips. Maybe some fire sauce or something spicy from Ernie's would get to the Thunderbirds going. 11:38 left to go. Farrow kicks it out to Hayhurst. Duval, another triple and another bottoms up for Duval. His third of the night. He's got 14 and SUU retakes the lead 46-45.
That's not typically his game, but he's made it his game tonight and it's been working.
Tarleton has given it to him, allowing him to take those threes. He's 3 for 6 tonight. Mazzell on the left wing. Kicks it up to Douglas. Right wing to Dormu. Drives free throw line. Floats with the right and puts Tarleton back on top. 47-46.
They're hitting some tough floaters inside.
Duval across the timeline against pressures, dribbles behind the back, and is it another offensive foul? No, this time a defensive foul, a 5th of the night against Tarleton State in the second half.
Yeah, it's not an offensive foul because he didn't make him fall down and look like a clown this time. So.
Farrow, Cottrell, Hayhurst, Jones, and Duval on the floor. Hayhurst at the free throw line, hesitates through the lane, stops, and he's open, but he misses. A rare miss for Hayhurst from that close. Dormu pushes off, gets Farrow out of his face, and lays it in. That, from this angle, certainly was an offensive foul, but the officials don't call it. And Tarleton leads by 3, 49-46 with 10.5 to go. Duval dribbles right. Cottrell sets a screen, and he dribbles left. Pick and roll. Cottrell double teamed in the lane, and Thomas can't believe he's called for the foul.
I know this is Tarleton State, and they've got the #1 rodeo program in the nation, but there's no reason to saddle up and ride everybody down there in the paint.
Southern Utah to inbound from the baseline. Duval to Farrow on the post. Spins to his right, back to his left, and throws it away. And Dormu with the steal. Numbers for Tarleton State. Dormu goes right at Duval and misses the layup. Farrow the rebound, and he turns to run. Thunderbirds with numbers now. Hayhurst to Farrow in the lane, goes right at the defense, misses, and a rebound. Tarleton State. Southern Utah foul. How there wasn't a foul on Farrow's layup attempt, I'm not sure.
The Thunderbirds, I don't think they really know what to do when they get the ball on a fast break in the paint. Everybody takes it up strong. You make one extra pass, maybe kiss it off the glass. Somebody's going to be able to get a better shot than you fighting through 3 jerseys to get to the rim.
Barclay back in for Farrow on the defensive end. Farrow with 3 fouls. SUU down by 3, 49-46. This is the type of defensive battle Tarleton State needed to try and stay in this one without their leading scorer, Dior Johnson. Dormu dribbles down left to the baseline, gets caught on the baseline and throws it away. Great defense by Barclay to force the turnover. Duval up to the left wing, skips it across to Hayhurst, right wing, fakes the 3, dribbles to his left and buries the 3. Hayhurst gets a big bucket to tie the score at 49.
Took his ankles and the 3.
9:21 left to go. Crowd erupts with that basket. Sigiscar dribbles to his right, skies with the right and misses. Cottrell kept him from getting right to the hole. Thunderbird rebound. Duval dribbles left, hesitates, then drives and floats it up, and it's swatted away. O'Cypher Owens, the 6'7" senior, took that one out into the bleachers. Good defense from Owens. Abelar checks back in. Duval gets a breather. So Abelar, Barclay, Cottrell, Hayhurst, and Lee also back into the game for Southern Utah. Saw just 4 minutes in the first half. Cottrell dribbles to his right to Barclay at the top of the key. Spins through the lane. Ball stripped away. The way his arms came, he was clearly hit by his arms the way the ball came out, no question. But the officials didn't see that. And Tarleton State with what will come out as a steal. And the Thunderbirds' 13th turnover. Tied at 49, 8.5 left to go. Dormu to Mazzell on the left wing. Tarleton taking its time. Shot clock down to 10. Dormu dribbles right into the lane. Fade away, right baseline over Barclay. Missed it. Rebound tipped. And Hayhurst has it for Southern Utah. Abelar across the timeline. Dribbles with the left hand to his left side. Then dribbles back to his right. Picks it up and has nowhere to go. Hands off to Hayhurst with 15 on the shot clock. He dribbles left. Barclay back to Hayhurst. Skips it across to Abelar. 7-6 on the shot clock. Pick and roll. Abelar tries to lob inside for Cottrell and throws it away.
That's been their whole thing defensively, is not let anything inside the paint, and the Thunderbirds have tried that 4 or 5 times. Hasn't worked.
Tarleton on a 2-minute scoring drought. Southern Utah just about the same. Tied at 49. Douglas dribbles to his right, cut off, kicks it back outside with 10 on the shot clock. Owens, then they bounce inside to Sigiscar, backs in on Cottrell and just lost the handle right into the hands of Rock Lee. Up ahead to Hayhurst, lets the defense fly by, out to Abelar, right corner triple is short, and the rebound out of bounds.
The vision's there. If they would have hit Hayhurst again a second earlier, you would have had a nice easy 2.
7:23 left to go. Timeout on the court as the under 8 media timeout, so we'll take it as well. Tied at 49 with 7:23 left to play on Thunder 91. Brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth presented by Intermountain Health.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends, make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In has served Cedar City and our visitors for more than 45 years. With a diverse menu and affordable prices, Hermes hopes you'll come back again and again for their burgers, Navajo tacos, fries, house-made fry sauce, and more. Located just north of the City Park on Main Street, Hermes also offers shakes, soft drinks, and a weekly special. All roads lead to Hermes Drive-In, a proud sponsor of our local youth activities and athletes.
49-49. 7:23 left in the second half. Craving sushi or ramen? Kabuto in Cedar City has you covered with fresh flavors and unbeatable student specials Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Head in today. Kabuto, your go-to for sushi, ramen, and more. Thunderbirds looking for some life, but they're tied with Tarleton State. Shooting just 38% from the floor. Again, it's we feel like we're beating a dead horse, but it's just the energy's not there.
Yeah, the Thunderbirds need somebody to kind of step up. There's been a couple plays. The Hayhurst one kind of sparked some momentum, but then it just kind of shut down really fast again. Neither team has scored in the last about 3 minutes. It's just kind of been a lulling game. Somebody just has got to create some sort of spark, a momentum play, something to shift the energy in this building, because right now it is just dormant.
Well, the student section has slowly grown just a little bit bigger tonight. The band doing their job to try and keep the energy up. Thor walking around. But Southern Utah needs something on the floor. Tarleton State with the basketball. 3-man weave around the top of the arc. Then the give to Owens. He goes right in on Cottrell. And Cottrell blocks the shot and then saves it on the baseline. Owens thought he was fouled, but no whistle. Cottrell fighting underneath for position against Vrabel. As Duval dribbles right, then back to his left. Sees a lane, drives in, hesitates, and travels. So the Thunderbirds turn it over for a 15th time tonight, seventh time in the half.
And what's working is a drive-in kick, but everybody's got in the mindset of just drive and stop down there.
Farrell back into the game for SUU, and again that 3-man weave around the top. Dormu hands off to Vrabel, then gets it right back. Dribbles to his left into the lane, scoops it, dribbling to his left, shot with the right, missed it, but the rebound Vrabel, the putback. And Tarleton State ends a 3.5, almost 4-minute scoring drought to retake the lead, 51-49. Lee in the left corner, free throw line, outside to Farrow. Looking inside, Cottrell tied up with Vrabel. And they kick it back out to Duval. He'll dribble to his right, splits a couple defenders, and it's poked away. Tarleton State with the takeaway. Douglas to the other end, goes right at Duval, gets the bucket and the foul. And Tarleton on a 4-0 run with a chance to make that a 5-0 run. Duval did a nice job of fading away as he jumped, but he kind of leaned put that hand forward to try and block the shot rather than staying straight up. O'Cypher Owens at the line, a 71% free throw shooter. Owens tonight has 3 points, make it 4 as he swishes the free throw, and Tarleton State on a 5-0 run.
An aggressive man-to-man defense from the Texans right now.
Thunderbirds with 4 turnovers in the last 5 minutes, and they get 5 as the ball is poked away from behind. Alley-oop and a miss, but a follow by Mazzell. Douglas was trying the alley-oop to Owens, who couldn't quite lay it in, but Mazzell was right there. On the fast break, 3 Texans there against 1 Thunderbird getting back to play defense.
It's at this point in the game when I was playing back in the good old days, where my coach would be like, who wants to play? Does anybody want to sub in and play and make it an effort out there? Because there's not a lot of effort happening from the Thunderbirds. There's no offensive sets. It's just, let me get the ball and let me drive inside, and then they turn it over. They're like Drake May as much as they fumble this ball. So Thunderbirds have got to just get in a rhythm, and somebody's got to make a play.
Drake May hoping to not make that happen on Sunday in the big game. Can't say that. 56-49. Thunderbirds had tied it, but Tarleton on a 7-0 run over the last about 3 minutes. SUU has not scored in the last 3:51. It's almost a 4-minute drought. Inbound to Duval. Mazzell goes for the steal. And as much as Tarleton overplays to get turnovers, the Thunderbirds have not been able to take advantage of that. The Texans take a lot of risks to try and force turnovers. Hayhurst in the middle of the lane doesn't even look for the shot. Instead to Duval, left corner 3 off the back iron, no, and the rebound, Douglas of Tarleton State. And if Hayhurst just turns and shoots, it's a 12-foot jumper that he'll probably hit 9 out of 10. Dormu gives to Vrabel, back to Dormu. Fakes left, dribbles right, into the paint, and down to the baseline, tries to pass. It's deflected, Thunderbird ball. Hayhurst dribbles right. Jones set to check in along with Burdick. Hayhurst on the right wing. Gives to Cottrell. Thunderbirds down by 7. Cottrell in the lane, spins, misses with the right. Farrell the follow, puts it up and in, and ends almost a 5-minute scoring drought. SU down 5.
Second chance points for Farrell is a great asset that he has.
8 points tonight for Farrell on 5, or make it 10 points on 5 of 10 from the floor. Top of the key, Mazzell gets it on a give and go through the lane, misses, gets his own rebound, and bounces it back out to Owens. With 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go, the official says timeout for me. The shot clock must not have reset correctly on the miss. Did the shot hit rim?
I don't recall.
And that may be what they're discussing, that maybe the shot clock should not have reset to 20. 56-51, 4:16 left to go. Came into this game, Thunderbirds may have thought, well, Dior Johnson's not here, Kelly the fourth isn't here, Leroy Kelly, and Kristen Paka's not here, so we can take it easy and pick up the win. But the other guys for Tarleton State have picked up the slack. McDowell has 14, Dormu has 11, Sigaskar has 12, and as a team, they shot 47% in the first half. And 47% overall in this game.
Thunderbirds came in with no intensity. This is a team that hasn't won in a month. You can't let them get a win on your court.
Tarleton on a 7-game losing streak, and step back, deep 3, Douglas, high rebound off the back iron, and Owens pulls in the offensive board. And now you start thinking about, well, less than 4 minutes left to go. You can't allow second chances because of time issues. Dormu dribbles left, hangs a wild scoop up and under, and can't get it to go. Farrell, the Thunderbird rebound. Farrell dribbles right, then to his left, into the lane, spins, fades, and hits. Jaden Farrell with 4 straight points brings the Thunderbirds to within 3, 56-53.
He's got to be your #1 option.
He's got 12 on 6 of 11 shooting, plus 8 rebounds, couple assists. At the logo, Douglas just burns clock. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. 10 on the shot clock. He dishes off to Isaac. Bounce right baseline to Sigisgar. Burdick defending. Puts his foot on the baseline and commits the blocking foul as Sigisgar drove to his right. With 3:13 to go, Sigisgar and Tarleton will have the ball. When we return from this under 4 media timeout, actually Sigisgar will be at the line when we return on Thunder 91 with more Thunderbird basketball, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health.
This is Adam from Levitt Group Insurance. Thank you, SUU, for allowing us to be a part of this great community. We are honored to be your exclusive insurance sponsors and wish all our athletes the best this year. Levitt Group Insurance, proudly representing Auto Owners Insurance, will provide you with great rates for all your insurance needs. For more information or to get a quote, please visit us at levitt.com/SUU. From all of us at Levitt Group Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance, thanks for the opportunity to serve you.
Since 1956, Les Olson IT has been behind the scenes, powering the people and businesses that make Utah thrive. 10 years ago, we expanded into IT and became Utah's trusted managed service provider, rooted in reliability, powered by innovation. Les Olson IT, celebrating 10 years of keeping Utah connected. Les Olson IT, providing solutions that empower your business.
Les Olson IT.
56-53. Thunderbirds with just 19 points in the second half through almost 17 minutes of game time. 3:13 left to go, and Preston, SUU, low energy. They're probably lucky to only be down by 3, but they've got to find something here in these last 3 minutes.
You could have attributed it to the cold weather, maybe slowing you down a little bit. But we've had some dandy weather here in Cedar City. I mean, we've all been in short sleeve shirts. I've even worn shorts to class one day. So there's no cold weather to slow you down. The Thunderbirds are just maybe in their own head, maybe took a little bit too much time off.
Sigisgar at the free throw line, shooting 1-1. He's a 60% free throw shooter and hits the first. Firehouse Subs is proud to support our local first responders and proud to be a sponsor of SU Athletics. Stop by today for a hook and ladder sub piled high and served hot. Firehouse Subs, enjoy more subs, save more lives. Tarleton comes in at 2-8 in the WAC on a 7-game losing streak. Sigisgar hits both free throws and they lead SUU by 5 with 3:10 left to play. Duval across the timeline. Burdick, Farrow, Hayhurst, and Jones also on the floor. Hayhurst to the free throw line, spins, it's poked away. Duval comes up with it and draws the foul. You like the thought by Hayhurst, but probably against a team like Tarleton, you just have to be more careful with the ball. For Southern Utah, that's 17 turnovers. This Tarleton State team, number 1 in the nation, forcing turnovers at 18.6 per game. Duval to the free throw line, shooting 1-1 on the 7th team foul, and he hits the first. SUU will need every point they can get. Under 3 minutes to go, and SUU down 58-54. Duval, a 62% free throw shooter. Hit 3 big ones in the overtime win for SUU the last time these teams met, and the Thunderbirds held on for a 106-105 win. Misses the second free throw off the left side iron, and Tarleton State the rebound and a 4-point lead for the visitors.
That's his first miss from the stripe this game.
Duval's had a great game, 18 points, 3 threes, 4 rebounds, 7 assists.
But 6 turnovers.
Bounce inside, and Duval comes up with a steal. They call him for a travel. That did not look like a travel to me. He spun and picked up the ball as he tried to dribble, but it looked like he kept his pivot foot. Officials saw it differently. The replay up on the big board. He did not move that pivot foot. Oh, that's terrible.
I mean, he was on his way to, but he didn't.
That's an 18th turnover for Southern Utah, so Tarleton will keep its average right at about 18.5 turnovers per game forced. And they have a 20-second shot clock. Kelly out high, or Isaac rather out high, gives off to Dormu. The sophomore has 11 points tonight, follows a screen to his left, step back, and hits the jumper from about 12 feet out left angle. 60-54, Tarleton up 6. Farrow to the top of the key, bounces to Cottrell. Quick give and go. Farrow has to dive to save it from going out of bounds as it was deflected, and Tarleton comes up with it. Douglas up to the left corner. Owens thought about the three, but said nope, time is of the essence. We'll hold on, and he kicks it back up top to Dormu.
They've got to put some pressure on. Don't stand.
1:48 left to play. A 6-point Tarleton lead. SUU needs a stop here. Sigaskar, high screen. Dormu dribbles right to Douglas, to Owens. Left wing three, no, and it was just short. Hayhurst, the Thunderbird rebound. Duval pushes across the timeline. Cottrell sets a high screen. Duval attacks, kicks it off to Farrow. Jones back to Farrow, and to Duval at the top of the key. Dribbles left, sees a lane, takes it, misses. Cottrell, the offensive board. Put back is swatted by Sigaskar. Thunderbirds wanted a goaltending. They're not going to get it. Coach Jeter with hands both on his head as he shouts to the official that it should have been a goaltend with 1:06 left to go. Douglas in the right wing. Thunderbirds at 6-2 in the at home this season. Thunderbirds not pressuring the ball with under a minute to go. Dormu dribbles in, bounces right corner. Douglas for three, misses short. And time is short with 50 seconds to go. Hayhurst the rebound, pushes up to the left wing. Looks inside, nothing there, dribbles left, then passes back up top to Farrow, takes the three, and hits it! Jaden Farrow, with 30 seconds left to go, cuts it to a 3-point deficit. The urgency, not there. Down the stretch, Farrow, the only one, it seems, that recognized that and says, I'm open enough, I gotta take this. 37 seconds left, and SUU down by 3. $60-57, Farrow tonight. That's his first of 3 attempts from the three-point range that he's made it. 15 points tonight with 8 rebounds. Boy.
I mean, you watch the defensive set from the Thunderbirds just let the clock wind down, and Hayhurst was like, hey, whose guy is this? Because he's trying to stay in his spot. But at this stage of the game, you've got to get up and pressure them. You can't let them dribble out the clock, which is what they've done the last 3 possessions. When they're 10 feet off the three-point line running that 3-man weave, you've got to get up there and be disruptive. Somebody's got to get in and force a turnover, force them to make a bad shot. Nobody wants to do that right now. Everybody's pointing at somebody else. You need to go do this, you need to go do this. Well, everybody needs to take it upon themselves, go make the big-time play.
Thunderbirds have scored just 23 points in this second half. They led by 1 at halftime. Tarleton taking its time, coming out of the timeout. SUU down 3. Tarleton, of course, the 30-second shot clock, 37 seconds on the game clock. So SUU's either got to get a quick stop and a bucket and then another stop, or might think about a foul and try to get 2 possessions here. Either way, defense has got to be on point. Southern Utah some full court pressure. Farrow, Jones, Hayhurst, Abelar, and Barclay on the floor for SUU. Owens to inbound. He goes into the corner and he loses it. McDowell lost his footing and Southern Utah comes up with it. Jones in the left corner to Abelar. SUU can tie. There's a 4-second difference between shot and game. Barclay left corner 3 is short. Rebound. Farrow tips it. Hayhurst has it. Goes back up and misses. Rebound out. Hayhurst has it. Abelar left wing 3 short. Jones the rebound. Back out to the right corner to Abelar. 13 to go. Extra pass. Hayhurst left corner 3. No! And the rebound for Tarleton State. Farrow commits the foul with 6.9 to go. So many opportunities, and SUU cannot convert.
They had every look you wanted.
Every one of them, though, felt rushed, as if they thought there was less time than there was. And obviously, defense coming out, putting pressure on, and you have to rush it at times. But, boy, just the energy has not been there. And you mentioned it earlier, Preston. It makes me wonder, was the week off a little too much? Did they just get into too much comfort zone and forget the speed of the game? At the free throw line, Kaya Isaac, a 67% free throw shooter, swishes the first, and it's a two-possession ball game, 61-57 with 6.9 left to go. Isaac will shoot a second free throw from Christchurch, New Zealand. He's 10 for 10 on his last 10 free throws, make it 11 straight free throws he has made going back 3 games, and including tonight. 62-57, Tarleton State leads. Thunderbirds have got to get a quick bucket and then a steal or takeaway of some kind. Inbound to Abelar, pushes up across the timeline, still dribbling to his right, draws the foul. It stops the clock at 3.2, and Abelar will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1.
I like the substitution of Abelar for energy reasons, but I don't like Elijah Duval on the bench.
Duval tonight, 18 points. The 7 turnovers certainly have not helped, though. SUU, a team total of 19 turnovers, 11 here in the second half. And they need a miracle. Down by 5. Abelar at the free throw line with 3.2 seconds to go. His first free throw swishes. Lorenzo Abelar, a 76% free throw shooter, originally from Las Vegas, Nevada. Played for the College of Southern Nevada, scored 10 points and averaged almost 5 assists per game. Needs a big something here. His second half of the 1 and 1, he hits it, and SUU down by 3. Owens inbounds, and Thunderbirds try to foul. They finally do with 0.6 seconds left. Barclay gets hands on DJ Dormu. A 3-point Tarleton State lead. So SUU needs Dormu to miss free throws and then get a miracle heave just to tie the game. Fans, many of them, are just saying, that's it. They're headed for the exits. Many still in their seats hoping for a miracle as Dormu misses short front end. Farrow picks it up, shoots late, and almost hits it from 3/4 court. And that's it. Tarleton State with the win, 62-59. SUU, a good first half offensively, a lackluster and 2-day-old soda flat performance overall, and they lose. Tarleton breaks a 7-game losing streak at the America First Events Center, 62-59.
I would have even preferred a diet soda, Ryan. A flat soda is just not a good soda.
We'll be back with your post-game show brought to you by Cafe Sabor when we return. Again, Tarleton with the win tonight on Southern Utah's home floor, 62-59 on Thunder 91. Brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, and presented by Intermountain Health.
This is Adam from Levitt Group Insurance. Thank you, SUU, for allowing us to be a part of this great community. We are honored to be your exclusive insurance sponsors and wish all our athletes the best this year. Levitt Group Insurance, proudly representing Auto Owners Insurance, will provide you with great rates for all your insurance needs. For more information or to get a quote, please visit us at levitt.com/SUU. From all of us at Levitt Group Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance, thanks for the opportunity to serve you.
Since 1956, Les Olson IT has been behind the scenes, powering the people and businesses that make Utah thrive. 10 years ago, we expanded into IT and became Utah's trusted managed service provider, rooted in reliability, powered by innovation. Les Olson IT, celebrating 10 years of keeping Utah connected. Les Olson IT, providing solutions that empower your business.
Les Olson IT.
What can you find at Mountain Lighting? A great selection of light fixtures and ceiling fans from top names in lighting like Visual Comfort, Savoy House, Kitchler, and many more. And with our price match guarantee, you can rest assured you'll not only find great quality, but great value as well. Looking for home decor items and accessories? Yeah, we've got all that. From furniture to wall decor, including paintings, mirrors, clocks. We've got pillows and other unique home decor items. So come to Mountain Lighting for all your lighting and home decor needs.
Final score 62-59. Tarleton State with the win. Welcome to the Cafe Sabor post-game show. Final score is brought to you by Rally Stop. Whether you need to fuel up your tank, grab a snack, or stock up on drinks for the road, Rally Stop convenience stores have you covered across Southern Utah. Rally Stop, your final stop before the road ahead. Southern Utah, a flat performance, especially in the second half. Just 25 points. They finished the game shooting 36%, made just 8 field goals in that second half. Shot fairly well from three-point range, 35%, but just from the floor, missed a lot of open shots, especially from down inside, and did not have the energy, it seemed, to come out on top.
I'd say it's not a stat that's kept, but the energy was missing, and they didn't decide they wanted to play until that last possession where they absolutely needed something to happen. And credit to them, they had 3 really good looks to tie the game, of 3 offensive rebounds in 1 set. Really dominant showing right there at the end. But yeah, I mean, you can't win a game in the last 2 seconds. You've got to win the game playing a lot longer.
So Southern Utah drops to 8-16 overall, 4-7 in the WAC. And if we look at WAC standings, that puts them a couple games further behind UT Arlington and Utah Tech for that 3rd, 4th place area. Before tonight, you could think if Southern Utah wins and then they'll play Utah Tech again, they could maybe even have moved up to 3rd or 2nd place if things went the right way. But after tonight's loss, that makes that just that much tougher.
They're going to make the playoffs because every team will make the playoffs in the WAC. You've got 7 right now. Depending on what happens with Utah Valley, you might even have 6. So they're going to make it. Question is, how well are they going to look when they do get down there to Las Vegas, that is? Because this is a team that, if they play like they did tonight, let's be honest, they're getting bounced in the first. They've got to come up with something. Somebody's got to be that leader on the team, that vocal pivot point.
Utah Valley beat UT Arlington tonight, so UT Arlington now drops to 6-5 in the WAC. California Baptist beat Abilene Christian, so SUU stays ahead of Abilene Christian, but Tarleton State right on Southern Utah's heels at 3-7 or 3-8 in the WAC, where Southern Utah drops to 4-7. But boy, just 59 points tonight. Southern Utah came in averaging 77 and just flat, didn't get there.
Nobody really, it just seemed like they were out of sync the entire night. And Coach Jeter talked about how he can't force them to, play at the pace he wants them to, but maybe he needs to light a fire under those guys a little bit, because it was just kind of, it felt like a rec league game. Like, just come out, who wants to shoot it? You want to take a turn here? You want to take a turn? Like, there wasn't any rhyme or reason to the offense they ran. It just felt flat.
Southern Utah takes on, of course, lost to Tarleton State tonight. Next Thursday, they'll host California Baptist, then on the road at UT Arlington, Tarleton State, and Abilene Christian, before returning home for the final 3 games of the regular season, hosting Utah Tech, UVU, and California Baptist. So that could be good for Southern Utah, but just a disappointing loss tonight. Elijah Duvall leads all scorers with 18. Jaden Farrell has 15 and Tanner Hayhurst 11, but again, another issue tonight, turnovers. They had 19. Too many times they just gave it away.
Yeah, way too many turnovers. Duvall, he averages 4. He gave you 7 tonight. Another part of this game that was disappointing, Cottrell had 4 points. It looked like he was going to be a game wrecker in the first. He scored 4 early points, pulled in, it was 5 or 6 rebounds. Second half, don't believe he scored, and 3 rebounds.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a disappointing one. Farrell played very, very good in the second half, but it's a hard one to watch.
Cottrell did have a couple blocks and a couple steals, and Again, like you said, just the 4 points. 2 of 9 from the floor is all tonight that he shot. So Southern Utah's a lot of struggles tonight. Time now for our player of the game, sponsored by Bullock Drug. More than just a pharmacy, Bullock's is your downtown stop for handcrafted sodas, old-fashioned candy, and all your prescription needs. Bullock Drug, a Cedar City tradition and proud partner of SUU Athletics. And, you know, you look at the top 2 scorers for Southern Utah, Duvall with 18 points, but 7 turnovers. Farrow goes for 15 points, but 5 turnovers, but had 9 rebounds. So both of those guys on a normal night, on any other night, you'd go, well, that's tough to choose between the two, but all those turnovers make it tough.
Yeah, it really is. If I was going to pick a player of the game, I'm going to go with Jaden Farrow because he had 11 of his 15 points in the second half and really came up with some big-time plays to give the Thunderbirds a chance at tying the game up and even looking to win it with his rebounding effort. He pulled down 9. 6 of those were in the second half, so he had a huge second half. I would give the player of the game to Jaden Farrow.
Jaden Farrow, 7 of 12 from the floor, hit a big 3 late to bring Southern Utah within 3 and keep hopes alive for the win. 9 rebounds, couple assists, and 1 block tonight for Farrow, your Bullock Drug player of the game. It looks like we won't have a post-game guest. One of the players usually comes up to join us, but maybe they thought, well, we just lost. We're not. I'm not going up. Well, I'm not going up either. How about you? No, I'm not going up.
I saw Jaden Farrow making his way up here, but he got stopped by 4 or 5 fans, and I think he just ran out of time.
It's time now for our Pioneer Floor Coverings play of the game, brought to you by Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design Center. Just like SU, Pioneer is built on quality and performance. Visit their Sage Drive location in Cedar City for incredible flooring, unique design options, and unbeatable service. Pioneer Floor Coverings, proud to cover every step of your home. Hayhurst had that big fake 3 sidestep, buried the 3. Cottrell had the dunk in the first half. I think my pick would be Jaden Farrow's block on one end. He goes to the other end on the fast break, gets the bucket.
Yeah, I would agree with you. That was a big-time play. It was not even just a block. He palmed that ball and brought it down. A big-time rejection. A lot of good plays in this game. Also a lot of bad ones. But let's go with the big block play of the game.
That block on its own, a candidate for the play of the game, and that's our Pioneer Floor play of the game. That hit the block, got the stop, and then his bucket on the other end put SU up 8-4 at the time with about 15:45 left in the first half. And that's your Pioneer Floor play of the game. So Southern Utah with the loss. Again, 3 players in double figures. Duvall 18, Farrow 15. Hayhurst finishes with 11 points and 9 rebounds, almost a double-double. For Tarleton State, 3 guys in double figures as well. Cam McDowell finishes with 14. Andy Sigaskar goes for 14 as well with 4 rebounds. And DJ Dormu comes off the bench and scores 13. Plus 5 or 6 other guys put points on the board. This is an interesting win for Tarleton State. They come in without Dior Johnson, their leading scorer. 2 other guys didn't make the trip either, and the initial thought was, oh, this should be an easy win for Southern Utah, and maybe that was Southern Utah's mentality about it as well, that they could win easy, and that just doesn't happen in the WAC, even against a team without its leading scorer.
Yeah, Sigaskar really stepped up. I think he was the biggest impact player for the Texans, a guy that averaged 6 points a game. I mean, he did that by himself pretty much in the second half. He just held it down. He drew fouls. He played a good defensive game. Credit to the Texans. They found a way to win without some of their better guys.
They win. Final score again, Tarleton State 62-59. They will be on the road again next Saturday. Apologies. Next Saturday at Abilene Christian, and then they host Southern Utah on February 19th. So SUU has a couple games in between that versus California Baptist next Thursday, at UT Arlington next Saturday, and then on the road at Tarleton the following Thursday, February 19th. Preston, any final thoughts on tonight's loss for Southern Utah?
I would go grab a new soda out of the vending machine. I wouldn't use the same one.
If it's been open for 2 days, just dump it out, get a new one.
Just get a new one. I'll bum you the $2 if you need it.
You need the Fresh Fizz. Southern Utah will look for Fresh Fizz on Saturday or next Thursday night when they host California Baptist. This broadcast has been authorized under rights granted by Southern Utah University to Van Wagner. The accounts and descriptions of this broadcast may not be retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of Van Wagner and Southern Southern Utah University Athletics. Executive producer of SU basketball broadcast is Funaki Assisi. Special thanks to the SU Athletic Office, Regan Hunsaker, and stream operator Rob Birdsey. Thank you, Rob. Studio operations by Van Wagner and the SU Communications Department. I want to thank Shelby Tarno back in the Thunder 91 studios tonight. For Preston Ferry, I'm Ryan Steinecker. Tune in for Southern Utah's next men's basketball game. Will be a week from this last Thursday, so a little less than a week from now. Thursday, February 12th, Southern Utah hosts California Baptist. Our pregame starts at 6 p.m. with tip-off at 7 o'clock right here on Thunder 91. Until then, Preston, thank you so much. Rob, thank you, and we'll talk with you again soon.